What is up, fucking Twitch and YouTube? What's up, Big Red?
I'm not gonna lie, felt good hearing that music again.
Yeah, it's been a little bit for
That
sure.
shit sounded good.
Welcome back.
Back and better than ever, back like we never left. Back like Joe Biden turning his back on the cameras. Joe Biden taking questions.
I was saying that his presidential portrait should be that moment in his speech last Friday when he like rested his head on his binder.
227 days.
Fucking nuts.
Yeah,
What a week, huh?
it only took 227 days for him to drone strike some children.
Yeah,
Joe Biden killed more kids in one day than COVID does in a week, but can't talk about that.
definitely can't talk about that. They're
But
trying to push the kid stuff like crazy lately.
today
Or
is apparently a big Twitch protest. So I thought it's a fine day to get back. Currently trending number 2 on Twitter is hashtag a day off Twitch to stand in solidarity with marginalized streamers who are dealing with debilitating hate raids. Apparently,
hate raids?
first off, what does marginalized streamer mean? I mean, because could that count as us? Are we not marginalized streamers? Our shit gets taken down. We're fucking throttled. We certainly get hate raids.
I don't know. Maybe we should look into this.
But I
I
mean,
feel like marginalized.
yeah, maybe we are. Maybe we are the victims here, the real victims here. But I mean, we do this shit for the hate raids. I mean, this shit is way more interesting with the hate raids. But mama, that's where the fun is. Like, really, what the fuck would we be doing without it?
Yeah. It is one of the silver linings. I like dealing with trolls. They're fun. All right, I'm gonna go throw share the stream around.
So hopefully, I know we got a lot of stuff to go over today to catch up on, but I had the idea for you know, maybe to add a little bit more fun and humor to break up some of the, you know, the dryness and the depressing times, these foul years of our Lord. So came up with a little game that we could play called refugee or colonizer. And basically we'll call out various scenarios, some current, some in history, and we'll try to decide if they are refugees or colonizers. I think it could be a good time.
Sounds like fun. Should plan that. I'm down. Man, these people like hide these fucking where you're supposed to share your stream at in their discords. I threw up a discord link in both of our servers if anybody's interested in joining.
Unfortunately, I don't think that popped up in mine. At least I can't see it. I think I got, for some reason, that link's blocked. I have to pop it in.
We can go right to final years. Question mark, Rogue says. Let me see here. Okay. Yeah, it's working. No, I don't have it. I don't have it linked up yet, Rogue. I'll throw another link in the chat though.
Thanks for hopping in with us in this day on Twitch.
Rogue's a bud. I watch. We're in a lot of the same streams. I mess with him all the time. Call him a lefty.
So he's not here to marginalize us. Damn. I was hoping there'd be nobody on Twitch but the hate raiders. Like, fucking, we're gonna get bombed today if nobody's fucking streaming. We're gonna fucking get it.
We still might.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Yeah, we might. We very well might. We're gonna get into quite a bit over the past month since we've had time to fucking get an episode in. We did reach affiliate status on one of our streams, so things are on the up and up.
Yeah, my Twitch channel. We just hit affiliate on that. Gonna activate that sometime in the week coming up here. Rogue says he's an equal opportunity hater.
Hate.
We got Woodsy in the chat. What's up, Woodsy? Hello to the new to the channel.
Welcome. Not a lot of options on the Twitch today, is there?
Yeah,
Sharon, welcome.
Sharon's here. Hello, Sharon. Welcome back. Yeah, I didn't know today was a boycott Twitch day at all. We should have been streaming all day, soaking up all the hate views. How's everybody doing out there? How's your day? You still living the dream like the rest of us?
Pardon me. It's not the Rona.
I see Blizz and a lot of channels I follow.
I'm just reading some of these hashtag posts on Twitter for a day off Twitch, and it's a lot of whining, man. I have not I don't even know what a crippling, debilitating hate raid would even look like.
I've seen people get hate raided where they get like 1,000 followers, like all bots, all at the same time.
You got brother Shane visiting my stream. Welcome.
Those are follower bot raids. Is that what they're talking about, Rogue? The follow bots, or are there actual like hate raids? Is there a group of wandering online Nazis that just go from room to room? Tornadoes all around my house from Ida. Yeah. I actually just saw that on the news in Annapolis, Maryland. There was a big old tornado. Bunch of stuff going on over there. All over your house. Make sure you keep an eye out.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. Maybe one headphone in, one headphone out, or just just keep us on the speakers just in case you need to, or fuck it, just take us down to the basement, you know.
Yeah.
Might as well not waste any fucking time.
Right. We should pull up a little window just for Sharon that shows the weather report.
Little fireside chat.
Over here we have the sirens for the tornado warnings. The sirens go off loud as hell.
Sometimes.
Yeah, we just went through a little patch of severe weather. Rook says no, the hate raids are wandering incels who raid minority streamers and fill up the chat with hate speech and harassment, and then report the stream to get the Twitcher suspended. Oh, okay.
It does go both ways though, man, because we have been raided by militant vegans and been accosted by their harsh words and hate rhetoric. It does go both ways.
Wandering incels, minority streamers. That's rough.
The same.
And they're all 10 years old, I'm sure.
Same as the militant vegans.
Yeah.
It's the same group. It's just, the opposite side of the spectrum. It's literally the exact same guy.
They coalesce under a different flag for that day. No basement. Looks like the tub. Yeah, the doorways, right?
Yeah.
Bathtub and the inner doorways.
Yeah,
He
luckily we
said, Rogue said it does. Militant vegans just want you to eat more carrots.
But they want to literally shove them down your throat.
Right? A carrot tanky. You must eat your carrots. No soup for you. What do we got? You want to go right into the news?
Yeah, we can. We can go to. You want to catch up, or do you want to talk a little bit about what was going on today?
Let's kind of fly through the catch up. I know we haven't actually streamed for a while, but there was a lot of shit that happened in the last month. We could just fly through the catching up in the news and get to the last week or so.
Last episode, homosexual, and he gone. He is absolutely gone. So AOC has been recently activated. Me and Blizz were talking about it pre-show. We were in the waiting room on our Discord server, actually chatting it up, and she was activated, for the rent, the war against landlords and private landowners. But now she's reactivated, harping for women's rights, basically anything to keep your eye off the president's back as he's walking away. But
yeah,
here we had AOC sitting on the porch of the steps of the Capitol. Insurrection, maybe, but protesting landlords having the rights to kick people out of their property. And I just want to know if we do in fact have to start another GoFundMe for Matt Walsh to try to claim for us. Does Cords V Plugs need to go on ahead and pay everybody's fucking rent? Is that what
is that what we really need to do?
And is AOC not paying her rent or mortgage in solidarity with renters? These are the real questions that I ask myself.
Yeah, those are mortgages. She's
not
probably
paying
got
her,
a pretty nice condo.
Yeah, she not paying her Tesla bill in solidarity with fucking people that decided not to pay their fucking bills. Oh yeah, and then I guess the last episode we have not really gone over this since then. The last episode we talked about colonizing the Great Pacific Garbage Patch and making that the future site of the unvaccinated reservation.
You can just get plastic barrels, put all that shit inside of them.
Yeah, make a platform and go from there. So that is the plan. I'm not gonna sit around and wait for them to set my land aside to try to ship me over to Myanmar or wherever the hell it is.
We're not going to wait for them to red line out a section of ghetto for the unmasked.
Here we go. Here for our very first round of refugee or colonizer, the unvaccinated the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Refugees or colonizers?
Refugee. Got to be a refugee.
I'm going with refugee as well.
It looks like an area in Idiocracy. Yeah. Well, ours is going to be way cleaner.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're gonna bag all that shit up, fill it up with barrels, make a platform, and it's twice the size of Texas, that garbage patch. So we're gonna end up with a good chunk of fucking land when it's all said and done, and saving the fucking ocean while we're at it.
Check it out. Answers all the way around. Woody said just put plants and give it Brano. We're definitely bringing plants with us.
Yep. Hopefully they don't start whispering in the kids' ears and create more militant vegans. But yeah, for sure. I'm down with vegetables. All kinds.
Yeah, even the plants that we burn.
COVID numbers from Florida's so crazy, it's so bad, but as you look and see here, not much different when you look at California, which gets little to no fucking coverage. Florida, 208,270 total admissions. California, 238,502 total admissions.
That was when they were saying that Florida was breaking national records. And it's like, no, actually, no, they're not.
It doesn't appear to be true. Fact checkers, if they were real, would find some problems with that. But
They got rid of them immediately after Trump lost. The presidential fact checkers, unemployed.
we're gonna get into Snopes debunking themselves a little bit down the timeline. After years and years of me proving Snopes to be a bunch of fucking, swindlers, fucking liars, they finally debunked themselves.
Perfect.
Biden administration has informed Congress of a proposed $750 million weapons sale to Taiwan, in move likely to further inflame tensions with Beijing. Both sides Biden.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Xi made a statement about this recently. Taiwan's been making a lot of statements. Said their days are numbered, it seems.
That Dr. Dre story was pretty good. I guess he cut off one of his sons or his fucking daughter. It was fucking great. He was getting a lot of fucking slack on the fucking on the Twitter sphere.
Cut him off.
Oh yeah. I mean, fuck, I got nothing against it, man. I got nothing against it. If, you can only try to help somebody for fucking so long if they are not gonna fucking do anything for themselves. Hell yeah. Don't burden your fucking self for more than you fucking have to. It ain't nothing for me to cut somebody off.
True. What else we got? The water thing in California. Yeah, they're like deciding if they could take a shower or do their laundry that day.
How is Nabisco still fucking bottling water though at record pace?
Yeah.
They're doing just fine, aren't they?
Yeah. Doing just fine.
Yeah. The White House had like its own little auto show with all electric vehicles, but for some reason my guy Elon wasn't invited, and I wonder why that is.
No Tesla at the White House, huh?
Yeah, no Tesla at the White House.
It just
seems odd.
Just the company that, kickstarted the whole fucking craze, but whatever.
Yeah, as Elon says it himself right there. Yeah, seems odd. Seems a bit odd. I'll have to agree with my guy. People spreading COVID-19 misinformation will not hold your hand when you're unable to breathe, says Louisiana critical care physician, Dr. Christopher Thomas. But Joey Mosbo certainly fucking will.
Yeah. He's looking for someone's hand to hold currently. Good old Joey Mosvotes.
He'll hold your fucking hand as long as you fucking need him to.
He's literally searching for a hand right now.
China says it will take action against U.S. arms sale to Taiwan and states it violates the One China principle. And I just want you all to know that Xi believes that we are all Chinese, and we just don't know it yet.
The whole world is Chinese. We just haven't found out yet.
Yes.
C-Fable says Starlink is why Tesla wasn't invited.
Oh, I'm sure it's one of many fucking reasons. I'm sure the crypto shit is a lot to do with it. I'm sure they very well don't want him to be the first one to Mars either. There's a lot of people that seem to love fucking Jeff Bezos. I'm sure there's a lot of things that have to do with it. I like back with the whole SNL shit, man. I immediately saw the media's fucking shift to anti Elon, and I'm not buying it, man. I'm not buying the narrative.
How it goes. That contract that the government froze so that Bezos could put it in another offer, Tesla ended up winning again anyway, I believe.
Yeah, and Bezos is suing yet again.
Trash.
Yep. Elon makes rockets, Bezos makes lawsuits.
Private network that talks to China. White House is not a fan.
August 5th, we started seeing the Moderna vaccine and booster dose starting to get thrown around. And that story's certainly going to fucking progress as we scroll through this month. Yeah, we're getting deleted tweets. University admits harvesting kidneys from unborn babies while in their wombs.
I just lost connection for Twitch and then reconnected. Weird.
But everybody put a coin in your Alex Jones was right jar.
Making that man look like a prognosticator over the last week or so.
Here we go. We got some fucking Eddie Bravo. One of my fucking favorite segments is when we have time to get some Eddie in here.
Yeah.
Let's see what Eddie had to say on the baby harvesting.
I don't think you got any volume. I could barely hear.
Oh, I didn't do it? Fuck. Hold on. I forgot to do the fucking audio. The fucking one time Eddie Bravo apparently didn't look into it. Oh.
There's people out.
Yeah, we got it now.
All right.
Do you really think there's people out there campaigning for late-term abortions? You think that shit's real? You think that shit's real?
Voted Monday to keep it legal.
Who would do that? Who would do that? Who would campaign for that?
They fucking did it,
That is the craziest shit.
You're fucking killing already born kids, so you're telling me it isn't real when they had a fucking vote in the goddamn fucking Senate.
That's a conspiracy theory. That's a conspiracy theory. You really think? Do you really think?
I would have beat your fucking ass, he said.
Eddie couldn't get a triangle choke around that one. That shit was way, way over his fucking head.
No rubber guard there.
A human fetus is infrastructure. Joe Biden, probably.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Sharon like the Alex Jones gorilla.
So yeah, this was interesting. So CNN put out this article, basically a way to, I guess, influence your unvaccinated family members or friends or shit like that. And reading this article, it was, just coercion techniques and, subtle manipulation, shit like that. And more or less could be used as a self-help article for grooming. So bravo, CNN. Bravo.
Good job. Once again. Getting the real news. Real shit.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, CNN.
We see Italy, France, most of Europe was going at it.
Yeah, they're still going at it. This was a while ago.
But this is what it should look like. We are still getting out Americaned by most of the world. We're getting out Americaned by the fucking Taliban right now.
They just walked into Kabul like a bunch of G's, bro. They waited. They had to wait and surround.
And now they're doing Trump's military fucking parade.
Yep, exactly. With billions of dollars worth of equipment that they were supposed to fight the Taliban with. Fucking Afghani troops.
I mentioned earlier in the intro that Joe Biden bombed Afghanistan, killed some kids, more kids than in one day than die from COVID in a week. But did you know that the 3 weeks prior to that, Joe Biden had bombed Somalia 3 times.
Yeah, a lot of people don't even know that shit happened, man. That shit's gone now.
Business is booming, and Raytheon.
Boom,
Maybe,
bang, pow.
yeah, I'm not a stock guy. I'm not a financial advisor, but maybe take a look at Raytheon.
Yeah, the MIC companies, Boeing, fucking all those companies, they're solid.
And there's some receipts on that if anybody's interested. We are, in fact, making it rain on brown people all over again. The world is safe. The adults are back.
in charge.
Yeah.
Adults are back in the room. Exactly. Back to America's back, baby. Let us get a show of hands in chat if you knew that Joe Biden was bombing Somalia a couple 2-3 weeks ago.
Joe Biden, seen here with no mask, certainly does not seem to be concerned about catching COVID from this unvaccinated American. Let's have a look.
I gotta tell you a story. Here, you want a mask?
Certainly took a big whiff. Certainly took a nice big whiff. Right
Creepy Uncle Joe at it again.
There. Kids.
He's leaning in. Have you seen this "Don't Lean In" thing? Apparently, I missed the whole thing, but he's leaning into it.
That is certainly not a vaccinated American. You'd think if there's, such a huge fucking problem with the unvaccinated, they're the huge risk to everybody's fucking health and should be, cast out of society. Joe doesn't seem too concerned about it. I wonder why that is. Maybe somebody can help me out with that.
Even now, vaccinated doesn't mean anything. There's mask mandates outside in Oregon. Did you see that?
Yeah, somebody send that shit to Sarah Spain for me.
I wonder why you can't send it to her.
Because people like to hide from the truth. We've given them this fucking option, so they stick their head in the ground like a fucking ostrich and tell themselves that everything's fucking great.
Like thunk.
834 unaccompanied migrant children encountered at the U.S. southern border. The highest daily number on record. But that shit's going up.
1,000 unaccompanied kids a day at the southern border. Like mathematically, when are they just all going to be here? You know what I mean?
Oh, I gotta get caught.
How many more months in a row?
Yeah, no, for sure. I don't think it's gonna happen. What is? I think I missed. I'm not getting the full screen on my stream anymore. Let me get caught up on this chat though. Starting September 1st, the state of Texas is offering a $10,000 bounty to any private citizen willing to sue another person who in some way helped make an abortion possible. But yeah, we're gonna get into that a little bit later. Got an interesting take on that one.
Oh, Texas, yeah.
But for now, well, thank you, Sharon. It's gonna send it to Miss Spain for me.
Blocked.
Oh, this tweet's unavailable. Whack. Some of my best stuff.
That was the gangster dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I only buy
Saying
my
he's
fat
gotta
milk
be out
from
in the street.
vaccinated dealers.
I got to be hustling. My hustle's in the streets. It's safest to be vaxxed. That was good stuff. Some good PR there. Some community outreach at its best.
Oh, here we go. The last couple Kanye shows that have came out definitely appear like he's starting a fucking cult, at least a fucking Masonic fucking lodge.
Yeah, yeah. Me and my girlfriend were talking about that the other day about his fucking crazy concerts, looking like some demon rituals and shit. Fucking Kanye, and the music's not even that good. It's like he rushed it together.
Square in the circle and whatnot. But yeah, it makes me a thought that I had is, why is there not a Church of Bob Ross? Of all the people out there, you know, that have fucking crazy, wacky fucking followings, why not this guy, man? There's a lot of hidden gems, a lot of you know, in basically, you know, you can create a whole philosophy off of it just by watching a few fucking episodes. You know, there are no mistakes. This is your fucking universe. This is your fucking world. Fucking believe. All sorts of fucking inspirational shit that can be taken, you know, outside of fucking painting and fucking used in your everyday fucking life. So maybe just maybe that'll be the official religion of the unvaccinated reservation.
Bob Ross,
Church of Ross.
patron saint of
trees, happy trees.
Happy trees. Yeah. Exactly.
I'm here for it.
Meandering brooks.
Yeah, we'll have the Holy Trinity. Well, actually, no, yeah, because there's like 4 of them now. You got Bob Ross, Steve Irwin, the saint of animals. Throw Sagan up there, the saint of science, and throw Mr. Rogers up there for just being an all-around good guy. We're covered, man. We got our Mount Rushmore right there.
Done. Book it, Daniel.
Joe Biden says that 350 million people in the United States have been vaccinated, which is more than the entire population of our country.
You know, the little things.
Most votes in history, ladies and gentlemen.
Joey most votes. There he is. If anybody was wondering. The census just happened too. You know what I mean? Like, he has the census data.
So starting to get our first clips of Australia, and you know, let this be a warning to everybody about giving up your guns, and also a warning for us to colonize the fucking garbage patch. Now we need votes, ladies and gentlemen. We need fucking votes.
This is in Sydney, Australia. They have a mobile task unit to vaccinate people that are fighting the vaccinations. There's a protest that's supposed to be happening, and they're catching the people that's protesting vaccinations one by one, enforcing vaccination
right now. So protest hasn't started yet.
Certainly hope they're not getting any of those contaminated jabs that Japan has.
Let it go!
How long do you think it's going to take until they do it here? Can we please get together and plan and strategize about what we're going to do?
Yeah, man, the island, the garbage patch, my guy.
Yep.
The garbage patch.
Refugees.
Not gonna fucking wait any longer, man.
God bless Australia.
We need some fucking boats now. Go straight to Australia and help them out. Take as many refugees as more. Will they be refugees or colonizers?
Right?
I'll be refugees.
It is the Pacific. It's their best shot.
AOC doesn't know what to do with her fucking hands here.
But my hands.
Let's see what she's talking about.
People said, how are you going to do it? What's your 10-point plan? But what are you doing 5:30 p.m. on Saturday? How many days are you going to be here? Yeah, but that. But what about? And we said none of that. None of that matters. We're going to figure that out.
Yeah, we're gonna figure that out.
What are you going to do? You asked us what we're going to do. What are you guys going to do?
Here's what we're gonna do. The CDC just announced an eviction moratorium, and what we're here is for our reasons known and unknown. So our reasons known was to make sure that we extended this moratorium. That's what we're here to.
What about the 10%? What about the 10%?
Okay, we're gonna turn on some music now.
What about the 10%?
What about the 10%? I think.
Well,
I think is that where Joe Biden got it from? Is this precedes any Joe Biden just turning his back and walking the fuck out? He said, "Hey man, this she gets it."
no, I'm done. I'm done. Is it things unknown and known? That's all you get.
Oh, here's a good one. I'm glad this is seeing the light of day. According to documents obtained using the Freedom of Information Act, Dr. Fauci spent $424,000 to commission experiments where dogs were bitten to death by flies. There's your priest of science. Have faith.
He was just a bag man handing out money to fucking mad scientists all over the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, the real fucking Spider-Man supervillain.
Maybe that's why they didn't bring the dogs back. They didn't fly the dogs back from Afghanistan because they didn't want Fauci to get his fucking hands on them.
Yeah, I like the way they played that through press announcements. No dogs were left in cages there. Like, yeah, we know you let them out of the cages before you left. Like, we get it.
Hollywood seems to have a new craze of not fucking bathing, showering less often than one might expect, and we wonder why COVID's spreading fucking like a wildfire in California.
Wash your hands, folks.
Wash your ass too.
Our vaccines are working exceptionally well. They continue to work well for Delta with regard to severe illness and death. They prevent it. But what they can't do anymore is prevent transmission. So if you're going home to somebody who has not been vaccinated,
Cue the
somebody
Curb Your
who can't get
Enthusiasm
vaccinated, somebody who might be immunosuppressed or a little bit frail, somebody who has comorbidities that put them at high risk, I would suggest you wear a mask in public indoors.
Vaccines does not prevent transmission. Damn, Sarah Spain, does it suck? Does it suck?
Instant goalpost movement right there.
Well, I also was blocked from the Pat McAfee show because he ended up inadvertently, I guess, blocking another sports guy that I follow. So I just made a little joke that Pat McAfee show is a small nutsack, and he in turn blocked me. So Tiny Sack confirmed, everybody. If you want to go out there and let Pat McAfee know that he has the tiniest of nutsacks, and we all know it.
He's big timing you now. You're gonna get kicked off of Twitter soon.
If they do for something cheeky like that, man, I'm gonna go hard like Lenny fucking Bruce. I'm gonna stump and have them, come fucking yank me out. I'll go for the black bag at that point. I'm trying to make that disinformation dozen. Ever since they announced that they're making a list, I'm gonna do my damnedest to be on this public list.
Oh, that list came out.
Yeah. It. I want to be 13.
All right, V 2.0, The List. That's a Netflix series, dude.
Got a quick word on the street from citizens in Italy. Citizens and tourists respond to the Green Pass implemented in Italy. Let's have a listen.
Easy. Yeah, I have a COVID-19 app on my phone, so I have downloaded and put the certificate on it. So I just show the code, they scan the QR code, and it works perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's very easy. Just have to present your Green Pass and there is no problem.
But I think it's going to give us a bit of a headache in the next few days because we have to do, again, a test. So we are not liking very much this this measure?
I'm vaccinated. I had a negative test 48 hours ago, but I didn't have it with me because I didn't know. So, but I was able with a group to sneak in.
And I think everyone should be
I got in, bitch.
and everything will be much easier, and we can go around without our masks because this is awful.
Yeah, we had to use our vaccination card from the States, and it was easy. We showed our vaccination card and our ID, and we went in.
Chick's mask looks dirty as fuck. What up,
It's
Kevin?
interesting how the majority of them do seem to be in favor of it. But as you saw, no system is perfect. And like that old man said, oh shit, I forgot it at home.
But I got in.
Well, but guess what? So you're not getting your medication today, old man. You know,
Yep, go home.
hop back on the 45-minute bus ride. All right, you can't because you don't have your fucking vaccination card.
Your money's no good here.
But at the same time, he said fuck it and got in. Just things to think about, ladies and gentlemen. You know, safety is an illusion. You never were safe. You never will be safe.
No matter how hard you try.
Large protests underway in Paris. Protesting the passport. You will wear
Liberty.
the passport.
I don't know how so many people forgot liberty along the way. You know what I mean? In the steps up to where we are now, liberty has been forgotten.
I can't
Or
believe,
never
you know,
existed, but for so many, you know.
out of all the people, the millions of people in the world that watch Seinfeld, how could they all forget the AIDS ribbon? How could we all forget the fucking AIDS ribbon? You will wear the ribbon. Yeah, here we have the images of the Obama wine mixer.
Boats and hoes. Thanks for the follow, Wired Misfit. Appreciate it. Welcome to the stream.
Hopefully,
Still trying to figure out a nickname for the community, but it'll come to us.
I just call them the fucking resistance. The resistance. Here we have Captain Dan Crenshaw saying that the U.S. should remain at war permanently with Afghanistan to prevent another 9/11. Let's take a listen to some more mongering.
I think Americans are pretty sick of nation building, but the general public can't really distinguish between 200,000 troops and nation building, which does seem like a waste of money to a lot of people and a lot of waste of resources. But they can't distinguish between that and keeping a security presence that prevents another 9/11. People ask all the time, well, what do we get in the last 20 years of war? No more 9/11s. That's what we got. That's a pretty good deal.
He's out of his fucking mind.
And
Right.
you know, guys like me are not victims.
There's been terror attacks
we're
everywhere.
hungry to get out there and
Like
kill some
literal
bad guys.
legit terror
And
attack.
It's just what we do. And I wish they weren't there. I wish they didn't wake up every morning and try to plan attacks on the homeland. But that is what they'll do when they have the operational space and the timing and just the comfort level to do so. Afghanistan
And a
is
shit ton of
quickly
Black Hawk
going to fall
helicopters?
into a pre-9/11
couple of
kind of
Humvees.
situation, very, very quickly. Now
A
I don't know
few
what they're going to do with all that
M-class
freedom.
weapons.
I don't think they're going to build a really nice, happy civilization. I don't think they're going to let women go to school. I think they're going to hang people in the soccer fields and murder people. I think that's probably what they're going to end up doing.
Coming up next
and
week
they're gonna
on
create a kind of a home base
Welcome
for
to the Real
a lot of
World.
terrorists. So, and I hope that we've got a plan for that. But that's generally why I have an aversion to just rapidly pulling out. I mean, we didn't even hand over Bagram to the Afghans. We handed it
Crenshaw
over to
does not
looters.
pull out, ladies and gentlemen.
It's been an absolute disaster, and it's not
Will
next year,
not
it's
pull
this
out.
year. We're out. I mean, we're basically
Yeah, this
done.
was a while
I mean,
ago.
most
So
of our troops are gone at this point.
Crenshaw calling, giving up Bagram.
It is what it is at this
way
point.
early. He's ahead
we
of the
can't fight it
game here.
anymore, but I just hope that we don't live to regret it like we did in Iraq.
He's gonna know the right questions to ask this committee coming up. You know what I mean?
Hopefully, I don't know though, man. I hope so, but his
Because he
reasons
never
for
wanted it
asking
to
those
happen?
questions But his reasons for asking those questions are so fucked up.
Right, but the questions themselves are what's gonna doom this administration, I'd say. Wired Misfit says would be interested to see how different municipalities and states are penalizing forged vaccination cards. Somebody just got caught fucking trying to get into Hawaii from the hood, from Oak Lawn.
Yeah, for sure. Seen that.
She spelled Moderna M-A-D. That's how she got caught. But yeah, arrested. Like forging documents is still illegal. You know what I mean? Just saying no. But then she would have never even got to Hawaii. Maybe it'll just be a day in jail and she's still in Hawaii. So fuck it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, unlike that fucking old man, she did not make it.
Yep. Second level of security caught her.
Here we have Erykah Badu's infamous Martha Vineyard birthday party video from the Obama wine mixer. And it was a jolly old time. Not a mask in sight. People fucking holding hands and very fucking close to one another, including, you know, congressmen, fucking just all sorts of fucking celebrities.
Miss Badu herself right here. This was pulled down like pretty quick.
Yeah, she ended up deleting it. God damn, that's loud. And apologizing for being a terrible fucking house guest or fucking party guest. Looked like a great time.
Looked like fun. Till the video got out, I'm sure. I said like 60 cases were connected to this party.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's how it goes though. Rules for thee, but not for me. All day these days. That's like the mantra of the fucking 2020s so far.
Erykah Badu blessed me once. I received a blessing from the witch. Good times working a concert at the Aragon. She what are those things called? I think like divining rods, like sort of like those sticks that you would use to find water.
Yeah.
And she was like using them on the fucking crowd, and it shot out of her hand. And I was able to get it from the crowd and give it back to her, and she fucking blessed me in a room full of 5,000 people. So I got that going for me.
Yeah, that was pretty epic. And then I remember you went off to the side pretty quick on a medical call, and she like stopped the concert and was like, "Where'd he go? What's going on?" Well, he was moving real fast. I want to know what's happening. Like stopped an entire concert just because the big boy in the middle moved off to the side real quick.
No problems, no masks, no nothing.
Living the dream.
Mayor Lightfoot says we have a common problem, a common enemy. It's guns and the violence they bring. So racism is over in Chicago, ladies and gentlemen.
Are they taking the $10 million back from fighting racism in Chicago to give guns now?
I was gonna say that 10 million must have did it. That must have been that they finally it was that 10 million that got us over the hump.
The $10 million investment is what cleared the racism divide in Chicago. Now guns is the main problem. Number 2 on the list. Racism's gone in Chicago, guys. Still wouldn't recommend. You know, I wouldn't recommend. It's not the safe haven.
So, CNN assisted a woman in scamming $230K by pretending to be a single mom and getting evicted. Now they're investigating it after the fact. I wonder what else gets reported without any investigation whatsoever.
GoFundMe's. All this shit. Yeah. These people have no idea. All week.
The racist stone.
Big racist rock. Wonder how much that cost. Get a crane out there for a couple hours. Red Apple said money well spent. You like that one? 10 million bucks. Try it in your city. All you gotta do is spend 10 million in the streets, and racism's gone.
Let's see what Mr. Rand had to say for us.
They can't arrest all of us. They can't keep all of your kids home from school. They can't keep every government building closed, although I've got a long list of ones they might keep closed or might ought to keep closed.
Yeah,
You don't
I
have
got
to
a list
accept
of
the
government buildings I don't want open any
harmful
longer.
policies of the petty tyrants and bureaucrats. We can
Not,
say
I do
no.
not have any lists of any government
Nancy
buildings.
Pelosi,
For the record.
Yeah,
or
I was
anyone on my
totally
staff from
joking.
doing our
I love
job.
the Clintons.
We have either had COVID, had the vaccine, or been offered the vaccine. We will make our own health choices. We will not show you a passport. We will not wear a mask. We will not be forced into random screenings and testings so you can continue your drunk with power reign over the Capitol. President Biden, we will not accept your agency's mandates or your reported moves towards a lockdown. No one should follow the CDC's anti-science mask mandates. And if you want to shut down federal agencies again, some of which aren't even back to work yet, I will stop every bill coming through the Senate with an amendment to cut their funding if they don't come back to work in person. Local bureaucrats and union bosses, we will not allow you to do more harm to our children again this year. Children are not at any more risk from COVID than they are from the seasonal flu. Every adult who works in schools has either had the vaccine or had their chance to get vaccinated. There is no reason for mask mandates, part-time schools, or any lockdown measures. Children are falling behind in school and are being harmed physically and psychologically by the tactics that you have used to keep them from the classroom during the last year. We won't allow it again. If a school system attempts to keep children from full-time in-person school, I will hold up every bill with two amendments, one to defund them and another to allow parents the choice
Man, looking at
where the money goes
UCPS.
for their child's education. Do I sound fed up to you? That's
One can
because
dream.
I am. I'm not a career politician. I practiced medicine for 33 years. I graduated from Duke Medical School. I've worked in emergency rooms. I've studied immunology and virology, and I ultimately chose to become an eye surgeon. I've been telling everyone for a year now that Dr. Fauci
What up, Def Knot?
and other public health bureaucrats were not following the science, and I've been proven right time and time again. But I'm not the only one who's fed up. I can't go anywhere these days without people coming up and thanking me for standing up for them.
A lot of the same stuff that we echo on here. You know, resist. Peaceful fucking resistance is fucking the only way. And
Just liberty, man. You know what I mean? Liberty. You are free to choose whatever the fuck you want to do. You know, obviously, within
to
reason.
stand together. Senate, and their growing war against fucking crypto. Billions of fucking. Yep. Ted Cruz, champion for crypto.
Ted Cruz is the champion for whoever's coattails will drag him farther. You know what I mean? In general, that's just Ted Cruz. At least with Paul, you know he's serious. You know what I mean? He believes the shit he's saying.
In addition to efforts by the White House, state and local governments have began paying local micro-influencers with 5,000 to 100,000 followers up to $1,000 a month to promote COVID-19 vaccines to their fans.
There we go, Def Knot. Have you heard about any of this? My Def Knot's in a way would be in that range. Maybe 6 months ago or something.
We would still be searching for weapons of mass destruction in Iraq if Dick Cheney had thought of this strategy.
They were in Africa the whole time. Yeah, I wanna know like who's been getting this money. Is it this micro influencer like overseas, or are they flooding the American market? You know what I mean?
That's a good question.
White House. It has to be America. White House. You know what I mean?
The white, yeah. Well, that was the dude, and the guy in the dress memes basically that are all over the place now. That was one of their marketers, but like the state and local governments, who knows? Who knows?
How do I get in on that money? That's what I'm saying.
You got to shill a jab, my guy.
Shill hard. Well, I'll can we? Yeah. Just shill the jab and then follow it with a fucking
In
Senator
Myanmar.
Paul. In Myanmar, yeah. Fortification.
Why is
Here we
gold
go
so
again.
important to
Pay
British
meditation.
Asians? And I asked if we could just skip British, Asian, American of African descent and just go straight to human. Let's just skip the next 3 fucking steps. Let's get,
Yeah. Talking about gold. Like why is gold so important? Period, maybe? It's a better question.
It's fucking unreal. It really
No,
is.
only the British Asians. They really like gold.
That's just it. That's it.
Like more than normal people. Harris County, Texas, paying $100 to get the vaccine. I'm saying, even if you're like me, understand that eventually you'll probably get the vaccine. I'm waiting that shit out. Wait till they're offering $5,000. You know what I mean? Make it worth it. Nobody else is going to cover you if you have one of the adverse side effects. I think that's the thing with the FDA approval, though. Once they start once they start labeling it by that new name, then they actually can be sued and be held liable. Not sure though. I'd have to look into it. Like Eddie Bravo.
Did you see the Colorado Rocky game where everybody thought for a little while that a racial slur was being yelled on TV?
Yeah, I did. They tried to murder that man.
Yeah. And nobody and like so many people came up and like were like supposedly at the game. They're probably fucking lied, but there's definitely like real interviewers fucking for people at the fucking game and shit and said that they heard that. But how do you're there at the game, you're in Colorado, you live there most likely. How do you not know that the fucking mascot's name is Dinger? How do you not know that? Like,
people want to hear some shit, you know? They're
Yeah,
bending their
for
mind
sure.
to hear some shit.
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
It's wrong.
Fucking great. It's fucking great, man. Dinger.
And therein lies the problem. Fucking
Biden-
Dinger.
Yep. Another sign. We made another Seinfeld reference. Words matter. Good to see the Minnesota phasing out the use of master bedroom at real estate listings. Many associate it with slavery. A repetitive reminder of plantation life. Together, we can create a more inclusive, aware communities. Master bedroom is being removed, phased out because it is racist.
Whoa.
I fucking clipped the Seinfeld clip where George was stuck singing. I think it was a song from fucking Fiddler. It was fucking Master of the Inn, Keeper of the House. Just sings it over and over again. And I guess that's why I know another reason why I guess some would think that Seinfeld is racist. I don't know, but yeah, Schumann went crazy from that song, and maybe it was just the racism of the word master.
Bunch of Doms are real upset.
Xbox should be really fucking upset. Did they just drop a new Halo game and they're gonna have to fucking change Master Chief? The woke Navy as well, man.
Yeah, fuck. Are they gonna change the Master Chief? There we go. That's the the panel fucking debate question that we should be seeing coming up.
Yeah,
it's Master Chief Racist.
Anybody in the Seattle area? Well, I guess this is a few weeks old now, but seeking unvaccinated volunteers for to begin for national clinical trials to explore the benefit of mixing different types of vaccines.
Cocktail that shit. Let's go. Straight in my veins. Right here. Right here.
Seeking volunteers for an experiment next lightning storm. Just come on up the hill. Come on up the mountain.
We're doing a study on how the human body reacts to bus impact. I need volunteers. Man, it's just not just me.
First, they came for the gas-powered vehicles, and I did not speak out because I drive a Tesla. Then they came for the cow farts, and I did not speak out because I am vegan. Then they came for my weed. There was no one left to speak for me. Similar to what the kids in China are feeling right now with their video games being fucking taken away.
Was it 3 hours they're allowed now?
3 hours a week. Yep. Govern me harder, daddy.
Right? Bet you fucking a bunch of online leagues, some professional gamer teams just disappeared overnight.
So when was our last episode? August 3rd. A week later, 7 days after our Cuomo sexual episode, Cuomo does step down. He resigns. And I ask, does he keep his Emmy? Spoiler alert, he does not, in fact.
He does not. We're going to need that back, please. TPS report.
Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Michael Bloomberg team up to form a joint venture to drill for about 1.4 trillion worth of rare natural resources for electric car batteries on Greenland's pristine land.
Is that why? Is that why we didn't buy that shit, dude? Remember when Trump was talking about buying Greenland?
That's why. 'Cause somebody's getting paid off.
Wasn't it like Finland or something like that owns Greenland? And he was talking about buying it from Finland.
Yeah, they didn't want to give that shit up. So yeah, well, apparently he wasn't. Space Force Base wasn't the only fucking.
Oh, I wonder why these three media moguls decided to troll Donald Trump buying Greenland a couple of years ago.
I wonder why Elon wasn't invited to this group. Because Elon's going to get his shit from space. Yeah, it does seem a bit weird.
Fuck you guys. I know the game you're playing.
Yeah, while you guys will be still fucking this planet over, I'll be fucking harvesting fucking meteors and selling them to you dickheads.
April says she'll volunteer for the lightning.
Oh, this is really fucking good. This is a little bit long.
What's up,
Did you
Sweet
see
Leaf?
this?
Welcome to the stream.
This guy went fucking hard as hell.
Dr.
Yeah,
Dan
he's
Stock, 5777 West 700.
he only has one gear. This guy Gorka. He worked for Trump for a little while.
It's hard to believe we're 18 months into this and still having a problem. And I would suggest the reason we still have a problem is because we're doing things that are not useful, and we're getting our sources of information from the Indiana State Board of Health and the CDC, who actually don't bother to read science before they do this. I'm actually a functional
They
family
don't
medicine physician. That
science.
means I am specially trained in immunology and inflammation regulation. And everything being
Bars.
recommended by the CDC and the State Board of Health
Weird
is contrary
science.
to all the rules of science. So things you should know about coronavirus and all other respiratory viruses, they are spread by aerosol particles, which are small enough to go through every mask. By the way, the literature that supports all of that is in a flash drive that we presented to you. It's been given to the secretary. As a matter of fact, it quotes at least 3 studies sponsored by the NIH to that exact fact, even though the CDC and the NIH have chosen to ignore the very science that they paid to have done. That is why you keep struggling with this, is because you cannot make these viruses go away. The natural history of all respiratory viruses is that they circulate all year long, waiting for the immune system to get sick through the winter or become deranged, as has happened recently with these vaccines, and then they cause symptomatic disease.
Certainly are, preacher.
Because they cannot be filtered out, and they have animal reservoirs. And this is a very important point. No one can make this virus go away. The CDC has managed to convince everybody that we can handle this like we did smallpox, where we could make a virus go away. Smallpox had no animal reservoirs. The only thing it learned to infect was humans. That's why we were able to make that virus go away. That will not happen with this any more than it will with influenza, the common cold, respiratory syncytial virus, adenoviral respiratory syndromes, or anything else that has animal reservoirs. So the reason you can't do this is because you're trying to do something which has already been
This
tried.
guy's throwing a whole lot of science at you.
Equally important is that vaccination changes
I
none of
fucking
this,
love this.
especially with this vaccine.
Weird
and I would hope
science.
this board would start asking itself before it considers taking the advice of the CDC, the NIH, and the State
But I
Board
mean,
of
a lot
Health,
of this shit
why
is,
we are doing things
you
about
know,
this that we didn't do for the common cold,
this is like
influenza, or
the
respiratory syncytial
scientific
virus.
answer to
And
things
then
that a lot
ask
of people
yourself,
have been saying for
why is
over a year and a
vaccine
half
that is
now,
supposedly
almost 2
so
years.
effective having a breakout in the middle of the summer when respiratory viral syndromes don't do that? And to help you understand that, you need to know the condition that is called antibody-mediated viral enhancement. That is a condition done when vaccines work wrong, as they did in every coronavirus study done in animals on coronaviruses after the SARS outbreak, and done in respiratory syncytial virus, where a vaccine used in a vulnerable individual done the wrong way, which why it cannot be done right for a respiratory virus, which has a very low pathogenicity rate, causes the immune system to actually fight the virus wrong and let the virus become worse than it would with native infection. And that is why you are seeing an outbreak right now. In fact, in that flash drive you're going to have coming to you and in the emails with 6 Extra will be a study showing that 75% of people who had COVID-19 positive symptom cases in Barnstable, Massachusetts outbreak were fully vaccinated. Therefore, there is no reason for treating
true.
any person
They
vaccinated
did
any
study the
differently
shit
than
out
any
of that.
person unvaccinated. You should also know that no vaccine, even the ones I support and would give to myself and my children, ever stops infection. In 2014, there was outbreak of mumps in the National Hockey League. The only people who came down the symptoms were the people who were unvaccinated or unknown vaccine status. Boy, that sounds like a great argument for vaccines. But a question that you should ask yourself, knowing that half of the people who came down with symptomatic disease had no contact with an unvaccinated or unknown vaccine status individual, where did they get the disease? And the answer was from the vaccinated individuals. No vaccine prevents you from getting infection. You get infected, you shed pathogen. This is especially true of viral respiratory pathogens. You just don't get symptomatic from it. So you cannot stop spread. You cannot make these numbers
Pause this
planned
because
on
this
get
is
better by doing any of the.
I was blocked by Sarah Spain for saying this in lesser
this exact same
scientific terms, but literally these exact words got me blocked from Sarah Spain because she does not in fact science.
Things you're doing.
That's why she's
Because that is the nature of viral respiratory pathogens. And you
And that's
can't
why we
prevent it with a
cover
vaccine
the full
because they
spectrum
don't do
over
the
here.
very thing
Just
you're
to- just
wanting
bring it
them
better.
to do. And you will be chasing this the remainder of your life
Sorry,
until you
sis.
recognize that the Center for Disease Control and the Indiana State Board of Health are giving you very bad scientific guidance. And instead, read the articles that are going to come on the email and are on this flash drive and listen to the people in this audience here tonight who actually have recognized the advice they are getting from the CDC and the NIH is counterfactual. And that's why you're still fighting this. But this vaccine that supposedly was going to make all of this go away, but has suddenly managed to make an outbreak of COVID-19 develop in the middle of the summer when vitamin D levels are at their highest.
Which
By the
I
way,
didn't
the
even
other
think
thing
of
that we
that until I fucking heard this. Is that damn? That is pretty fucking interesting. It is fucking summertime, and they're trying to pitch us a fucking outbreak. Like that doesn't make fucking sense. It didn't even fucking dawn on me. But get on your fucking kid's school board, everybody. This man's going hard, fucking stumping at a fucking school meeting to fucking keep kids from fucking, keep schools open, keep fucking masks off, and because it doesn't do anything to fucking help with COVID, but I mean, definitely, steals the fucking humanity, and kids should be interacting with one another. You know what I'm saying? You develop so much through fucking interaction that we are,
It's
handicapping them.
It's like you can't even fucking quantify the damage it's doing to kids not being able to go to school the way they should be,
Or even when they are there and being in a room where they never see a fucking smile. You're fucking institutionalizing them more or less, You're setting them up for, to not trust to not trust anybody. Everybody's got a fucking mask on. You don't know, what the fuck is behind the mask.
Yep. Notice that the video we played has a a warning label on it. Just to make note of that, everybody. April says, found my soulmate, someone else who reads the actual studies. Nobody actually reads the studies, especially on Twitch. They all just go straight to the conclusion. Don't look at anything else. Just what do these guys think?
And if you want to check out our Discord, we keep our research links.
Keep links to a lot of shit. There's so much. There's so much shit.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever I see any note, actually newsworthy story, I'll post it in there. So much shit we post in the Discord. So much shared information that people, don't normally see. It seems.
So you remember homosexual Trevor Noah?
Good old homosexual. This is funny because the last stream we did before this one, that's what we called it. Good old Trevor Noah.
The New York has successfully flattened the perv. He must have fucking forgot. We didn't forget. We never forget. We won't forget. Fucking idiot.
He's still the perv.
The VR headsets for fucking cows. That's the world we're fucking going towards, man.
What is this? A Moscow farm has decided to equip its cows with VR glasses in order to relax and feel happier. A calm environment leads to an increase in milk yield. So the cows are given a VR headset displaying summer fields. That is literally the plot of The Matrix. Except humans instead of cows.
Do not try to remove cow farts. That's impossible. Only instead try to realize the truth. There are no cow farts.
Wow. I wonder how much one of those fucking rigs cost.
I'm sure Zuckerberg is figuring out ways to get your very own one shipped to you.
Right.
Some of you will be grazing. Some of us will be getting re-educated.
Some of us will be busy building fucking Garbage Island.
Damn right. That's the plan. That's the plan, man. Long before those things fucking ship, I'll make my own fucking raft and paddle out there if I have to.
I get nervous just about the fucking Oculus and shit like that. I got buddies that have them already, and I'm like, I don't even want to try that shit, dude. I mean, I'm in my computer, but I'm not immersed. You know what I mean? That's the whole. You can lose yourself into that shit.
CDC estimates more than 1 million people have received the Moderna or Pfizer vaccine and gone back for an unauthorized third booster shot. And that number's jumped. I saw something on the news earlier that here locally, it's still happening. People are going back, and they're not approved for these vaccines. But you want to talk about privilege.
Unauthorized.
Yep. Some of them are probably doing that cocktail experiment basically, for free. Just fuck it, I'll just take whatever I can get,
Yeah.
Because if you're there
Mix
getting
that
an
shit up.
unauthorized vaccine, you're just getting whatever the fuck you can, Probably got a little one of each.
Oh shit, Carnage is here with a story. What up, Computer Carnage? So I got a COVID test today. We'll get the results back tomorrow. Pretty sure I have it. What are your symptoms? Do you have symptoms, or are you just...
Where do you think you got it?
It's rough. People lying, say they haven't had the vaccine yet and going in to get the third shot.
No, I think it's more so the people that will loudly tell you that they got the vaccine. Going back for 4 or 5 by now.
101 fever, slight cough, cold symptoms. Just feels like a cold with the super fever and chills. Yeah, that's shitty. I thought I had it. Fucking, I probably did have it, and that sounds familiar. Like the symptoms you're telling me, but I thought I had it. What was it? Read like fucking October of 2019.
Yeah. Yeah, we all worked together. We passed things around that fucking place a couple times. There's another year we were all really fucking sick a few years ago. And then yeah, same thing. We passed something around before, around October, and then things started locking down. We're just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you get sick. This shit happens. It's been a part of life now for a few years now. Yeah.
Right.
Well, there's
But yeah,
no
my
window.
girlfriend went overseas. She went to well, not overseas. She went to Mexico. She went international, and they gave her an antibody test, and she didn't have any, but it was way outside the 6 month. Where they say you could still test for antibodies. He says not as bad as I thought it would be. Probably got it from your mom. Your mom's got it, or she vaccinated. So got strep throat in May 2020. That was way worse than this. Oh yeah, I used to get strep throat like once a year when I was growing up, and it put me out.
Oh, here's a fucked up one that definitely needs to be shown. White House
Hey,
urges
oil producing countries over there.
Yep. White House urges OPEC to pump more oil above and beyond current level. Hikes the cartel is already monthly hikes the cartel is already implementing.
Hey, we stopped our oil here, so anybody else want to give us a hand? We're not planning on building any nuclear anywhere, so we're still going to need some oil.
We just don't want our own.
We'll save that shit.
Ridiculous. I remember when we were independent, when we actually had stockpiles.
Yep.
We had a surplus.
And I am
all that money's been spent to combat racism. I'm just glad I guess we should be glad that it worked. And now we gotta, I guess, buy Saudi oil, and then gun violence will be cured too. Is that how this is working?
I don't know. Maybe. Probably just throw 10 million at it.
Yeah. This is Hunter's given some great fucking plans. Some great advice to his fucking man.
Is that what this is?
This reeks of Hunter. This reeks of fucking Hunter.
Yeah, Dad, all you need to do is shut down American oil and then import it. And then we could steal money off the taxes that, they pay for the import tax. So that's how we get paid, you see? I'll save 10% for you. Carmen says, my mom had it. I was hanging out with her a few days ago, and she tested positive, also had a fever. She is vaccinated, though, and I am not. And you guys are having similar symptoms?
That's funny. Not that.
Yeah, not the getting sick part. That's totally not fun.
This next story that Hunter Biden is fucking, it was literally the next fucking thing on there that he lost his other laptop. I just fucking looked up the next story on the screen is, oh shit, Hunter Biden claims Russian drug dealer stole another one of his laptops for blackmail while he was close to overdosing in a Vegas hotel room.
This fucking guy in laptops.
0 days since last Hunter Biden laptop incident. It's been a few days since, as far as we know. And Elon's turning on the offensive on Bezos. If lobbying and lawyers could get you to orbit, Bezos would be on Pluto by now. All Amazon's horses and all Amazon's men only get Bezos engines delayed again. Poor guy.
Carden says, wonder how many laptops that guy has. Well, he's probably only got one. I wonder how many he's lost or got stolen or he's pawned and fucking all across the country. That's probably what that fucking what's his name, McAfee. One of the last pictures he posted was like 10 laptops on a kitchen table. Probably 8 of them were hunters.
This is an interesting story. I don't know if you saw this, Blizz. American Express launched a critical race theory training program that teaches employees capitalism is fundamentally racist and asks them to deconstruct their racial and sexual identities and rank themselves on a hierarchy of privilege. It's a Ponzi scheme.
I like how American Express, you know, the credit card company, is having classes about how capitalism is bad. Nobody? Is this mic on?
It's a good article. There's a lot of shit to get through in it.
Chris Rufo's a G.
Don't speak over members, people of color. It's not about your intent. It's about the impact. Oh, this is coddling, man. This is absolutely fucking coddling. Go out there and you see somebody with a BLM shirt on, go out there and just give them a hug and let them know that they matter. Because
either a hug or a spanking.
Somebody's got to fucking. You matter, bro. All right. Jesus Christ. You look like you needed some support today, man.
It shouldn't have to be me, but I guess it has to be. So I told my girlfriend that like 2.5 years ago when shit started to get heated up. I was like, man, a lot of people out there are either missing hugs or spankings, basically, from their parents. Hugs and ass whoopings. That's the greatest need in our country right now.
Absolutely. Science News says, well, they provide this map of COVID cases spiking across the U.S. as we get back to school. And I'll take a look at Alaska, and I just thought maybe that's a little bit suspect. I'm certain that all of that is not full of people, and that COVID cases are certainly the entire state of Alaska is not fucking red. There's nobody there for 90% of that.
There's no one there, man.
And fucking Montana as well. Fuck. Now that I think about it,
Alaska, there'd be like, was there 2 major cities, Anchorage and Juneau?
Yeah, be like a little paprika on that deviled egg. Just a little bit. 2 weeks before his brother's resignation as governor, Chris Cuomo partying in the Camptons.
Out there getting it. What's his saying? Let's get after it. There he is, getting after that bottle service in the Hamptons.
He really enjoyed that vacation. That was that the vacation week, the week that he took off during the scandal?
Yeah,
that was.
Yeah. Red April Dawn says this makes me miss sexual harassment avoidance meetings. Watching the videos from the 90s. Remember those?
Mm-hmm.
Don't touch Karen's bottom.
Supreme Court Sergeant Veritas. Oh, the tweet's unavailable. Womp, womp, womp.
Cernovich. I'm sure it was a good one.
Basically, it was something on the numbers of that. You know, a large percentage of the unvaccinated population are people of color. So I was saying that basically unvaccinated is going to be the new hard R,
It's
and if
the
you're
pass.
unvaccinated, yeah, exactly, it's the pass. If you're unvaccinated, you could use hard R's now.
Right? You got a vaccine card? No, you can't. No pass. There's no such thing as a pass. This is the best advice I can give anybody. There are no hard R passes. Even you, Michael Rappaport.
Yeah, forced a COVID test on this poor young man. Fucking, it's child abuse. Trauma is fucking trauma, and motherfuckers are, you're gonna regret forcing your forcing your kids into some fucking traumatizing shit like this. They're gonna fucking remember. Trauma stays, trauma fucking lasts. And there's been a lot of this too, fucking in Australia.
Yeah.
With them forcing fucking shots on kids, busting in houses like ET.
They gave up their fucking guns.
Even with
Even
What happened?
worse, because this is an autistic kid too, who
Yeah.
does
for
not
sure.
fucking understand what the fuck is going on, what you're doing,
Need
but needs,
specialized treatment to begin with, let
Yeah.
alone fucking in an airport.
but not much different than any fucking kid. They simply do not fucking, don't under fucking stand. So do not hold them down and shove some shit in their fucking nose. Says no, kids cannot consent, but they can tell you to fuck off. They do have that right. The the creators of South Park bought Casa Bonita in Colorado, saving it from bankruptcy. There's a picture of me outside of the Casa Bonita on a vacation.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I had to recreate that when I fucking ate there. Hopefully they make the food a lot fucking better, because the food is trash. But the South Park episode is fucking entirely fucking accurate. If you've ever fucking seen it, it could not have been more accurate.
No, not yet, Kevin. We're still a week and a half back, 2 weeks back here.
Yeah,
We're just covering all the
just trying
shit
to
we
quickly
missed
get
since
through
last
it.
time.
Suicide Squad director James Gunn named an underage sex assault. I predict Netflix will hire him soon, because they seem to be liking that theme quite a bit recently.
All right, Cuties too. Is that what you're implying there?
Mm.
Yeah, he's a weirdo. I don't know if anybody out there's seen Mr. Gunn's tweets, but they're not kosher.
Biden weighs vaccine mandate for interstate travel. Underground railroads are infrastructure, and they'll be coming around the mountain.
Infrastructure confirmed.
74 people confirmed tested positive for COVID at the Obama wine mixer.
Connected to the boats and hose party for Obama.
Sophisticated spreaders.
Champagne spreaders.
Here we have August 15th, negotiations underway with the presidential palace between the Afghan government and the Taliban, with a transfer of power set to take place today on August 15th. And I noted that it seems as if negotiation took place at least 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It seems as if things were
There
just
were
ready to fucking fall down.
There have been negotiations going on for weeks at that point, for sure.
Yeah, a lot of the first sign of Afghanistan.
Carnage says your house having air conditioner and chair recliners is infrastructure now. The whole idea of our crumbling infrastructure is a hoax. Excuse to give the government more money and power. Oh, I mean, didn't you know? Everything's get better. You just have to tax people more.
You just got to throw 10 million at it.
Throw 10 million at it. If Beetlejuice of Chicago has taught us anything, throw 10 mil at it.
To end or change the filibuster, Democrats need 50 votes. They do not have half that number, because the unit party is stagnation. They need it. Without that stagnation, the people, there'd be another 1-6 a lot sooner. I'll say.
I think this whole Texas abortion thing could definitely push the Dems to try to change the fucking filibuster in the Supreme Court, back in the courts. while they still have a chance. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what me and you talked about fucking months ago. Like if they cross this line, then they'll push, but they won't push unless they cross this line.
I don't see the Supreme Court taking that jump.
Well, that's just
Nah.
it. They refused to hear the case that allowed the Texas thing to happen.
Yeah,
so
because
they're inaction. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, but that's the way it should be. If okay, Texas, if that's what you want to do, that's fucking fine. But I don't see that shit going anywhere fucking federally.
No, yeah, probably not. Yeah, ain't this the truth? This should have been the meme. This should have been the thumbnail.
Yeah.
No Americans need ARs. Well, if the Taliban make their way here, they got plenty of ours. So,
yeah. Now I do need a tank.
Remember what you were saying about cannons, Joe Biden?
Yep.
Carnage says war on poverty in our education program definitely proves that throwing money at problems fixes it. Am I right? For sure. If we know anything, taxes solve problems.
I signaled the end of the official end of White Boy Summer with the fall of fucking Kabul airport and the fall of Afghanistan, because clearly after White Boy Summer follows a Arab Spring. So summer's over, spring came early. Hashtag global warming.
White Boy Summer, then the fall. Nobody does anything in winter. Arab Spring. Just like that. But much like Chicago, you get all 4 seasons in one day.
So China trying to shill and bully their fucking neighbors put out a message saying, from what happened in Afghanistan, those in Taiwan should perceive that once a war breaks out in the straits, the island's defense will collapse in hours and U.S. military won't come to help. As a result, the DPP will quickly surrender. And my fact checker said, no, that's not the lesson to be learned from Afghanistan. If anything, that's saying, hey, Taiwan, man, once again, guerrilla warfare fucking works. Bug out, lay low. You know your fucking land. Defend your fucking land. You've got home fucking advantage. That's the lesson to be fucking learned.
The one thing I took from this Chinese statement is it didn't start with saying if across straits war breaks out. It said once across strait war breaks out.
But
you know what I mean?
This is
message.
This is just fucking. It's just bullying. But because if it was that easy to just fucking do it, it would be done already.
Yeah, they're gonna take over without even fucking invading. They're just gonna swap out flags one day.
We'll see. Sort of like Afghanistan just did.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah.
You might be right. You might be right about that.
A little bit of that going on.
We'll see. But I hope to see some people in Myanmar.
Yeah. Good luck
in
trying to get
Taiwan,
a fucking cell phone that's not recording every fucking word. You know what I mean? From that point on, toast. It's a wrap. We are all China. We just don't know it yet.
Little did I know what was gonna happen after this video was fucking posted. There we see it. And then I asked, could the climate czar lend his private jet to fucking help get some of these people fucking out of there and off the fucking tarmac, perhaps? But I guess not. Maybe if John Kerry would have sent his jet, some of those people wouldn't trying to ride a fucking magic carpet across the ocean.
Didn't work out well. That's one thing we know for certain.
Should play a little bit of my hero, Ron Paul, on Afghanistan from the House floor, 2011.
Yeah, see how long it is. I'm always down for some Ron Paul.
I think the
came true
gentleman
once
and
again.
Mr. Speaker, I ask unanimous consent to revise and extend my remarks.
Without
objection, gentleman's
A
recognized.
minute or two.
The question we're facing today is, should we leave Afghanistan? I think the answer is very clear and it's not complicated. Of course, we should, as soon as we can. This suggests that we can leave by the end of the year. If we don't, we'll be there for another decade, would be my prediction. The American people are now with us. A group of us here in the Congress, bipartisan group, for nearly a decade have been talking about this, arguing not to expand the war, not to be over there, not to be a nation building. And the American people didn't pay much attention. Now they are. The large majority of the American
Suck
people
on this,
now
Crenshaw.
say it's time to get out of Afghanistan. It's a fruitless venture. Too much has been lost. The chance of winning, since we don't even know what we're going to win, doesn't exist. So they are tired of it. Financially, there's a good reason to come home as well. Some argue we have to be there because if we leave under these circumstances, we'll lose face. It will look embarrassing to leave. So how many more men and women have to die? How many more dollars have to be spent to save face? That is one of the worst arguments possible. We're not there under legal conditions. This is a war. Who says it isn't a war? Everybody talks about the Afghan war. Was the war declared? Of course
Wasn't
not.
a fucking
It
war.
wasn't declared. There was a resolution passed that
It was a
said
series
that
of
the president
operations,
at that time,
right?
under the emergency of 9/11, could go and deal with Al-Qaeda, those who dealt and brought upon the 9/11 bombings. But Al-Qaeda is not there anymore. So we're fighting the Taliban. The Taliban used to be our allies at one time when the Soviets were there. Taliban, once their main goal is to
Oh,
keep
yeah.
foreign
Those guys.
occupationers out. They want foreigners out of their country.
And now they're our allies
not
again to
Al-Qaeda.
go after
Yet
ISIS-K.
most Americans, maybe
Around and
less
around
so
we
now,
go.
but the arguments here on the floor is we got to go after Al-Qaeda. This is not a war against Al-Qaeda. If anything, it gives the incentive for Al-Qaeda to grow in numbers rather than dealing with them. You know, the money issue. We're talking about a lot of money. Huh? How much do we spend in a year? Probably about $130 billion, up to $1 trillion now in this past decade. Later on in the day, we're going to have two votes. We're going to have a vote on doing something sensible, making sense out of our foreign policy, bringing our troops home, and saving hundreds of billions of dollars.
10 fucking
And
years
then we
ago.
also will have a vote against NPR to cut the funding of NPR. There's a serious question about
Preach.
whether that will even cut one penny, but at least the fiscal conservatives are going to be overwhelmingly in support of slashing NPR, go home and brag about how they're so great fiscal conservatives. And the very most they might save is $10 million. And that's their
Throw
claim
10 million
to fame
at
for
it.
slashing the budget. At the same time, they won't consider for a minute cutting a real significant amount of money.
They needed that
All
10 stacks to throw at
empires
something. They were
end
going to fucking
for
solve
fiscal
something.
reasons because
hell
they
yeah.
spread themselves too far around the world, and that's what
Going
we're
price
facing.
for problems
We're in
these
the
days.
midst of a
10 milli.
military conflict that's contributing to this inevitable crisis, and it's financial. And you'd think there'd be a message in the fact of how did the Soviets come down? By doing the very same thing that we're doing, perpetual occupation of a country. We don't need to be occupying Afghanistan or any other country. We don't even need to be considered going into Libya and where else. Fortunately,
My
I guess
biggest
for
regret
those
that
of
we
us who
didn't
would
get
like to
this
see
fucking
less
guy in
of
the
this
White
killing,
House.
we will have to quit because we won't be able to afford it.
It very well may have
The
been so
process that we're
fucking
going
good.
through
It
is
never went
following
back.
the War Powers Resolution. This is a proper
There'd be no
procedure.
left or right
It's
anymore.
call
It'd just
attention
be,
to
this is
how
what
we
we're doing
slip
now.
into these wars. I have always
do you make
claimed
this
that it's the
better?
way we get into the wars that are the problem. If we would be precise and only go to war with a declaration of war, get with the people behind us, knowing who the enemy is, and fight, win, and get it over with, that would be more legitimate. They don't do it now because the American people wouldn't support it. Nobody's going to declare war against Afghanistan or Iraq or Libya. So we now have been
declare
so
war
careless
against
for the
themselves now,
past 50 or
apparently.
60 years that we have,
Declare
as a
war on their
Congress
block.
and especially a House, we have reneged on our responsibilities. We have avoided our prerogatives of saying that we have the control. We have the control of the purse. We have control of when we're supposed to go to war. And yet the wars continue. They never stop and yet we are going to be completely brought down to our knees. We can't change Afghanistan. People who are bragging about
This
these
motherfucker,
changes,
man.
you know, even if you could, you're not supposed to. You don't have the moral authority. You don't have the constitutional
Yield the
authority.
gentleman
So I
30
would
more
say,
seconds.
I
30
would
more
say
seconds.
the sooner, the sooner.
Yield him 30 more seconds.
Gentleman is recognized for 30 more seconds.
I would say the sooner the better. We can come home. This process says come home. Under the law, it says you should start bringing troops home within 30 days. This allows up to the end of the year after this would be passed. But this needs to be done, and a message needs to be sent.
If he was elected in 08, they fucking troops would have been out of Afghanistan then.
Yep, long fucking time ago. Carnage says, I wonder if ISIS-K will be our allies in 20 years.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say, yeah, you can go ahead and take that one to the bank.
Yeah, I'm sure in some fucking weird roundabout way, we're paying for them now, thinking that they're Taliban, fucking paying them for information. They're using the money to build bombs and shit, you know what I mean? Just like every other fucking time. They just studied our tactics for 20 years. That's all they did.
BlackRock Investment Group sees the pandemic accelerating rewiring of globalization, basically seeking investors to invest in China, a U.S.-China world order at its center.
I wonder how many congressmen and women are fucking shareholders of BlackRock. Seems to be the new Halliburton.
Soon the slave population will be unnecessary. They remember when you didn't think that they're going to be taking all our jobs all that soon. They are absolutely coming for all of our jobs sooner than you fucking think, Liz. There's not going to be any fucking jobs. Very
pretty
shortly.
impressive, actually. That's crazy.
There will be no jobs. There will be jobs on Garbage Island, though, so rest assured.
Yeah, yeah.
Things
Our
won't
employment
change too
numbers are going to
fast
be
there.
100% on Garbage Island.
Maybe one day we'll get the robots, but yeah, we're gonna have to start with some work, some labor. Oh, fucking Joe Biden asked about the people falling off the fucking planes. That was 5 days ago, man. Make sure you say that to anybody that fucking mentions January 6th or the fucking air quote insurrection.
Right? That was fucking 7 months ago, man.
OnlyFans got out of the porn business for a day, not even a day, just fucking just talked about it.
Yeah, that was the one meme in the Discord where it was like talking about how the restaurant and service staff numbers have been understaffed throughout this whole pandemic, and then their eyes get real big and bright once they hear that OnlyFans is no longer having sexual content on their fucking platforms. Let them all come here
for vaccines. Here's
yeah, I saw this when they choked this dude out.
shocking image from fucking Australia.
Assaulted me. The Queensland police were told and were given a phone call. They did not bother to act resistant.
No more talking.
Hey, his face is turning blue. Can you not, please? You know?
It's good to know that they didn't see anything of that, anything about blood chokes or George Floyd or any of that shit,
Assaulted me. The Queensland police were told.
They don't give a fuck in Australia.
Yeah,
cops is it.
Surprised he didn't
probably
pull out
killed
like a
most of their
fucking
consumer base. For
viper
sure.
in his back pocket and pull it out and let it bite him.
All right, fucking kangaroo kicked that motherfucker, the other cop. I'd say at least 80% of OnlyFans would have disappeared overnight if that would have happened.
Since May 1st, only a fraction of breakthrough infections are tracked in the U.S. The decision by the CDC has left the nation with a muddled understanding of COVID-19's impact on the vaccinated. Why? Why are they not tracking that data? Of all the shit, all the information that Google's fucking collecting.
Of all data that needs to be tracked, Why that?
All the data that is tracked.
Why is there no data on that data? Carden says, well, it's because he's white, you see. Yeah, blood choke, rich whitey, all you want.
Australia is out of control. Cops chasing motherfuckers down in the street. You will wear the ribbon, motherfucker.
You ain't getting up. Oh no, oh no, you lay flat. It's one of the rules.
You will wear the fucking ribbon.
Look at these fucking people. I mean, we don't know what that guy was doing beforehand, but the curb stomp after he had been hit by a car, I think, was a little too much.
Oh, here's some decent video. Fucking island using some fucking tidal energy.
Fucking Russian space laser dolphins. Big said, I don't want to wear the ribbon. You will wear the ribbon?
Scotland banned the sale of new petrol and diesel cars by 2030 and reaches to be net zero emissions by 2045. I'm down for the tidal energy. I'm down for it. Maybe very well might be using that to power the garbage patch.
Yeah, I don't see why not. You guys down for Garbage Island? If you don't want to wear a ribbon, it's the only place.
Yeah, very well may be the only place you will not have to wear the ribbon.
Electric cars on the island are charged by the sea. That's pretty dope.
This is a great fucking video here. It's basically fucking four guys running off a whole fucking crowd of social justice fucking Antifa warriors.
Let's fight fascism with fascism.
Until it's time to fight 3 or 4 real guys. And then no, run away.
Hey, look at that guy. He's angry. Oh, wait. I'm out. They got shields and shit. One guy with a flagpole. It's real ballsy.
But even he turns, yeah. Yeah.
It was Portland.
This is who we're dealing with here. Remember who you're dealing with out there.
Bunch of chicken shits.
Petition, change.org petition to settle Afghan refugees in Greenville, Delaware, where Biden lives. I signed it. Definitely signed that shit.
Right, just populate all the Afghan refugees. Just put them all in Joe Biden's area code.
Joe Biden says on August 22nd that there's a hurricane coming. Seek shelter, but wear a mask and try to observe social distancing. So don't save anybody. The shit winds are coming. Don't assist anybody. Wear your mask.
Shit winds are coming. It's a veritable shit tornado.
So we got people talking about the 25th Amendment on both sides now, and I just feel that I'm in the same position that we were with Trump Pence, and Top Cop scares me more than the gay zapper. Just being real, folks. Just being real.
Yeah, that's the one thing you will continue to get here. Top Cop's really scary. The ominous cackle. You know what I mean? I can see her like sitting for dinner and just busting out with a cackle the whole restaurant, like does the Chris Tucker thing from Friday.
Biden won't mandate vaccines. He's asking the companies to do his dirty work for him, but Top Cop will. She's an authoritarian. She has no fucking problem
Yeah,
bossing
she
you the
will
fuck around.
enforce.
Because she's smarter than you. She's nobler than you, and
She's
you will
wearing
do as you're
Chucks.
told. Yep. She's wearing Timbs. The Chucks are off. She's got in the White House now. Now she's wearing Timbs. The Timbs are on. Nah.
Got her big girl shoes on.
A tip to Crime Stoppers has blown the lid on a church service at #Blacktown. Great optics here, attended by 60 adults and children.
The public health order.
A tip to Crime Stoppers has blown the lid on a church service at Blacktown attended by 60 adults and children.
Australia
the gathering
has
has
lost
been
their
described
fucking
as
minds.
selfish and arrogant.
Lost
Cases in
your
the suburb of
goddamn mind,
Sturridge.
Australia.
We declare that lockdowns are over in the name of Jesus. Lockdowns are over in the cities of New South Wales.
It's unclear what passage this pastor is preaching from, but it's not the public health order. This church, the Christ Embassy in Blacktown, is in lockdown.
Can you source that,
Hard lockdown.
Pastor?
And some of the 60 people sprung at a service last night had travelled from other hotspots, including Fairfield, Liverpool and Canterbury Bankstown. Neighbours calling Crime Stoppers after seeing
see,
at least
America?
3 gatherings
see this?
in the past week.
Accidents happen, but if you're going to willfully breach the acts, then I think you're doing the wrong thing and you should be stopped.
There was no QR code on the door, costing the organisation $5,000.
You should
Each of
be
these
stopped.
30 adult worshippers fined $1,000.
Whether it's a soccer match, whether it's a church service, it doesn't matter. You cannot gather as they did at Blacktown.
Live streaming
Oh,
of
those
sermons
cops are
is
gathering.
allowed, but according to the rule book, only 2 people can sing or chant.
Only 2 people can sing or chant.
Video from an earlier mass yesterday shows
Can you
full
imagine
band
telling a
and
black
a
church
lineup of
only 2
singers.
people could sing or
Across the
chant at
rest
a
of
time, please?
Blacktown, residents are limited by the harshest restrictions.
Get your shit
The
together,
suburb
Blacktown.
again
I guess that's the
named in
message
heart
here.
of
This
the
is fucking
outbreak,
terrible.
with 100 cases in
Fucking
24
despicable,
hours.
dude. What, are you
The only
serious?
locals on the streets today were getting tested or jabbed. The mayor's so furious, he's considering his own action.
If necessary, if we have the authority and the power, we shall be issuing penalties as well as a local government council.
The congregation
fines.
remains
Fines and
silent,
taxes, you'd say,
and it's now
Mr.
our health
Politician.
officials
All right.
left hoping
So they're
and
maybe
praying.
maybe
Tiffany
taxing the church
Genders,
ain't a bad idea,
9
but I don't know about
News.
that church. Maybe not the Blacktown church. Just saying. Holy shit, man.
Oh, I like it how the reporter fucking says that there is no source for Jesus saying that the lockdowns are over. We don't have confirmation of his claim.
Man, so many deleted tweets, man. Why are all these fucks? I gotta start screenshotting fucking everything. Some more Australian news.
It's those doing the wrong thing driving our record case numbers. Among the most concerning cases, a COVID patient who's tonight on the run from a hotspot. Police and health authorities have issued an urgent appeal.
Anthony Karam knows he's COVID positive when he steps into this public lift, already breaking so many rules. He
He's wearing a house
bother to
robe.
cover his mouth as he sneezes and splutters. The 27-year-old
Splutters.
is still infectious, but has gone missing from his Wentworth Point apartment. A warrant now issued for his arrest.
This 27-year-old chap who apparently has expressed the view that he doesn't care less whether he spreads the virus.
Oh, this was the elevator guy.
One example of the worst of the worst.
There's little sympathy for
The worst of
anyone
the
ignoring
worst.
There's a
health
manhunt
rules.
for this
These
guy
group
because
of
he was fucking
teenagers
sneezing in
were
an
partying
elevator.
after dark at the bottom of the North Bondi Cliffs. Herded to higher ground by Polaire's spotlight and speaker, the 8 boys were placed in handcuffs and left to explain a $1,000 fine to mum.
681 penalty infringement notices issued in the last 24 hours. More than 400 of those notices were again for people being outside of their home without a reasonable excuse.
Sideline Sharks player Josh Dugan
You have been
denies
warned,
lying to
everybody.
police when he was found.
You have been fucking warned. This
Australia
fucking guy-
has lost their goddamn minds. Jesus, man.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, but at the same time, they're doing their damnedest to fucking do this shit here.
What's up, GSXR? Welcome to the stream, bud.
Pfizer CEO says COVID-19 vaccine-resistant variant likely to emerge, but the company should be able to turn around a variant-specific new mRNA jab within 3 months. Isn't that convenient? Isn't that great? So the new variant comes out, we get a new jab in 3 months for everybody to take. Isn't that fucking great?
How long were they working on these vaccines? Wasn't it like they were working on these fucking mRNA vaccines for the last 10 to 12 years? And now it's just like, boom, we got it. It's cool. We're good. Like now they could just pop them off 3 months. I know Pfizer's working on that fucking the pill too, the COVID pill instead of a shot.
Shit, dude, we're gonna get into that, man. You know what they named the jab since they got it approved?
I heard it, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
Comirnaty.
Comirnaty.
Yeah, Comirnaty. I don't know if they said that shit out loud or not. But I see what they're trying to do. I see what they're trying to fucking do.
Yeah, that's like a
Cuomo's
great
in.
PR firm came up with that.
Mhm.
Sounds like your fucking grandpa saying community with his mouth full of cereal. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh, this tweet's Stephen Nolan calls for unvaccinated children and young people to be banned from eating in restaurants. Steak and quiet for me, Chuck E. Cheese for thee.
He wants the restaurant to himself. Apparently.
Oh, here it is right here. Comirnaty. For some reason. I know the reason. I think we all know the fucking reason. I think we all know the fucking reason.
So, I mean, it's pretty self-evident.
It's not being.
Hey guys, let's talk
It's
gender.
not hard when you actually fucking say it out loud. This was an exhausting but yet interesting fucking TikTok video when you actually fucking watch this shit
Specifically,
fucking through.
Libra genders. Firstly, know the difference between a static or a stable gender, one that doesn't change,
It's
and
just
a fluid
fucking
one that
long as
changes the gender.
just so many
Feminine-
fucking variants, and then there's this, and then there's this, and then there's this, and then there's this, and then there's this. But and what you realize? Everybody's fucking different, and these motherfuckers are just taking the fucking long ass fucking road to individuality and individual liberty. But they'll get there. They will fucking get there, but they're just taking the longest fucking way possible.
Funny thing about when you put people into boxes, eventually there's only one person per box. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And I said that they sent. Everybody's been asking where's Kamala been. I said that they definitely shipped her to Asia to avoid further tarnishing her image with this fucking Afghanistan fiasco. They had to get her as far away as they fucking could from that.
Yeah, I think they asked her. They tried to get her involved, and she refused.
Capitol
She said,
Police
"I have Haiti to worry about because Haiti had that big earthquake."
Mm-hmm. And did what exactly?
You know, same thing we always do: send the Navy and the NGOs. So she did nothing.
And
basically.
laughed. Just
She cackled in the corner. Fucking wicked witch of the Wicked Witch of California.
On 25th, it was announced that Ashley Babbitt's fucking murderer was going to be on NBC for an interview.
Yeah, did you watch that shit?
No, hell no, I didn't. Absolutely not.
I
But-
did, and it was disgusting, actually.
Fucking anonymous. There's no book deals for men who remain anonymous.
Yeah,
So
there's
he
no
had to come out
Netflix
to
deals.
cash in. Exactly.
It's gonna be on HLN first, the dry run. Yeah, it was bad. He said that he probably saved the life of countless individuals that day.
Damn, that's interesting. I didn't even remember that I fucking tweeted that. So there's like pictures and videos coming from around the fucking Kabul airport, and there's clips of fucking people and shit like walking through a fucking like sewer fucking trench, and
Yeah, the
the story
sanitation
came
canal.
out. A story came out that the U.S. military forces, German crisis reporter, and 10 other international journalists aboard planes under threat of military police to depart the Kabul airport. So like they were getting people the fuck out of there. They didn't want media taking pictures of what the fuck was going on around there. And I said that those sewage clips didn't sit well with Hunter, but that's exactly where those fucking bombs went off. Those fucking suicide bombs went off in that sewage fucking trench.
Yeah, the bomb was at the at one gate in particular.
So yeah, and that's crazy because right after Kabul attack update, right after that, next day.
That was some bullshit. They
His
had
Nexus
intel
Bowman.
too because they warned Americans to get away from the gate. Like they put out over the loudspeaker and shit and sent out whatever messages they could to warn people to not come because there was a credible threat. Makes you wonder why we didn't fucking drone strike anybody before.
What are the everybody's fucking numbers? What do you think the numbers are on this list that Biden handed over? Do you think they're going to be hostages? Or you think they're all just duns? Just done.
Fuck, I think it's just a matter of time until we see a hostage on TV with a fucking video message. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of time. They don't even. I mean, granted, they might not be trying to say the actual number, but it doesn't seem like they know the number of people that are there. Could be, could be strategery, but I highly doubt it. I don't see a whole lot of strategery going on here.
Oh, here we go. This is fucking
Burns.
one of our favorite generals here.
At all possible to keep Bagram Air Force Base?
Could I make a
Notice how Millie
So,
interrupts. It wasn't a
quick
question
comment
for
here.
Millie.
On Bagram is not necessary tactically or operationally for what we're going to try to do here with Afghanistan. Consolidate on.
Well, let's hear that again.
Kabul.
Let's hear that again.
For what we're going to try to do here with Afghanistan. Necessary tactically or operationally for what we're going to. Bagram is not necessary tactically or operationally for what we're going to try to do here with Afghanistan.
Not necessary
Consolidate on,
tactically.
Kabul in support of their government.
So, not necessary.
Yep.
No reason at all that we would need to hold on to this fucking thing.
Why
For
would
a
we need a
week,
whole nother
for a
air
month.
base that houses a prison with 5,000 ISIS members in it, or 5,000 prisoners? Why would we need that tactically? We got 2 months. You know what I mean? What a fucking bunch of degenerates.
Taliban calling on the population of Kabul to hand over all privately owned weapons and ammunition within a week. And you know what happens next? Next thing you know, you're Australia at the not quite at the worst, but
Yep.
soon.
They have the sources. The people arresting you have the sources for what?
Head of CDC admits that third booster shot is based on hope, not data. So you are the experiment. It could work, could enlarge your heart. We'll see what happens to the guinea pigs. You.
Yeah. You noticed that 2 people quit the CDC yesterday. They announced it. One guy's the vaccination expert, and one guy, I forgot what the other guy was. I don't even know if they were both guys. I'm just saying in general, 2 people quit from the CDC over the politicization of the FDA. Not the CDC, the FDA. My fault. That's my mistake. But yeah, two of the head vaccine people in the FDA quit because they politicized it instead of being led by the science. Specifically the booster shot science.
How about this story from Bloomberg? The previous COVID prevents Delta infection better than Pfizer shot.
Yeah, I read this article. Inside the article, it does say that it wears off just the same. So eventually you'll need a vaccine anyway.
So they say.
This week.
Mm-hmm. What do we have here? More Australia. Sicking dogs on people to take their shots.
I remember scenes like this from Chicago, but it was like the 60s and 70s instead.
Yeah, Australia's learned absolutely nothing. And that's what animal abuse looks like, ladies and gentlemen. Just like the fucking child abuse that they're doing, fucking jabbing, sticking shit up kids' noses in fucking airports.
There's no shortage of trauma going on, even though the adults are still in the room or are back in the room, right?
Here's some, we're almost caught up now. Did everybody see this?
In
It's a
this
school board meeting.
environment, you answer to us.
I don't think I've seen
I'm
this one.
asking
That
that you
got
do not
pranked.
pass this policy in Virginia.
Thank you so
in
much,
this
Ms.
county.
Thomas. We do appreciate you. Phil McCracken. Phil McCracken. Sook Mahidik. Luke Mahidik. Ophelia McHawk. McHawk. Eileen Dover.
It was like at that moment
Don
he realized.
He keeps going.
Don Kiddick. Wayne Kerr.
Dude, this is hilarious. It was like 15 people signed up to speak. Don Kiddick. Oh, that's great. I needed that one. That was great.
Yeah, hell yeah. Oh, we are all caught up.
Right on. So that was the week, man, or the month, actually, since last time we streamed. It's been a minute. A lot of shit has happened in a short period of time lately. What do you think about Afghanistan so far?
Oh, that we absolutely 100% needed to be fucking out of there fucking 10 years ago. But the way that was one about the way that Biden didn't go about doing anything is a better way of saying it. Yeah, it was fucking pitiful. It was fucking sad.
I mean, to be fair, he went on vacation.
Yeah, as often as he fucking could. Well, he went and then he didn't go because Post so fucking put him on blast that he was going. So
Yeah.
Delaware and back. Didn't
Cancel.
listen to advisors. Didn't
He's going out of town this weekend, though. Definitely, already confirmed.
Yeah, I really liked the the rewritten book of war that's going around, all the new Sun Tzu fucking quotes, the Art of War quotes, that, abandon your most valuable airport days before an evacuation. Allow your enemies to take hostages.
Yeah. Arm
Hunter
your enemy
Biden's Art of
before
War.
leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arm
there's
your
a lot-
enemy
some of
better
those
than
are
your own
gold.
citizens. That was one that I came up with. But yeah, we could have evacuated everybody. We had time, we could have been doing this all fucking year, all 227 days. Could have been it really could have been the greatest airlift in history, since that's the fucking narrative that they want to fucking go with. It's just
rough, man.
sad. Real sad fucking times that these people are bragging about evacuating all of these fucking people on this fucking scale.
Yeah, right. Like that is the major victory here, huh? It's surrender and retreat. That's the victory that people are claiming.
And we only lost 3 people on the airplanes. And actually a baby was born on one, so we're only down 2.
We're only down. Yeah. They're American now.
Technically we only lost that one guy. The one guy doesn't count because we got a baby back.
Right. If they, I know it might be too soon, but if they didn't actually make it in the plane, do they count?
It ain't too soon because, I mean, fuck. It was at least 5 days ago, right, man?
Yeah, 5 days ago. Oh, man. Yeah, the Sun Tzu stuff has been killing me. I've been seeing new ones every now and again pop up, and they kill me every time. Beautiful. But yeah, Biden owns this shit. This shit's tattooed on him now. He's never going to be able to separate himself from this pullout.
He's just like Crenshaw, man. He never pulls out.
Right. That's how he
he just straight up fucking walks away.
Yep. Turned around. Okay, I'm done. It could have been so much worse, but we did so much wrong to try to make it that way. You know what I mean? The people on the ground.
I guess it
probably
always could have been fucking worse, but I don't think it's, yeah, I mean, not without, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it really does go too much fucking worse, because they simply weren't attacking us like that. They simply weren't, you know what I'm saying? It's not like we were at active war with these motherfuckers. It's not like we were constantly getting bombarded with fucking bombs and all that shit. It's not, it's not like, that they beat us out of there or pushed us back.
Right.
We could have we could have brought everything back if we fucking really wanted to. We could have disabled and destroyed anything that we fucking couldn't. We could have gotten every fucking person and animal fucking back. We have the fucking means. We have the technology. But yeah,
Nope.
I mean, I have no excuse, man. I honestly I could not put myself in Biden's shoes and figure out what the fucking logic was behind walking, you know what I'm saying, other than
not much explains
other than
the
funding
way he
these
did
guys.
it.
Yeah, otherwise just fucking future, keeping the perpetual wars going. And
What do you think about that? What do you think if it was just a big fucking scheme to arm Afghanistan after we leave so that they become thorns in the side of China and Russia as much as possible?
See, that's sort of how my thinking on China and Russia. I'm sure there's both, both of those guys were playing around the whole time we were there, assisting, aiding.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Shit like that. But just like China thinks that, the entire earth is China, the Taliban thinks the entire earth is, Sharia, fucking Islamic. So either way, they're gonna clash. They're gonna fucking, just how Ron Paul said that these used to be our allies, and now they're not, and around we go. So too will China and these guys, simply because, you know, their egos are not going to be able to fucking bow down to one another for too fucking long, and sooner or later the Taliban is going to say, you know, fuck you, this sand is mine, and they'll blow up their fucking pipeline.
Could be, man. Yeah, I think anybody could have done it better. I mean, it could always be worse, like we were saying, but anybody, Call of Duty players could plan a better fucking evac. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The fucking actual evacuation didn't start until 24 hours before they took Kabul, the capital city. The rest of the country was already taken by then. Like, how do you justify that? I really hope that these people were telling the truth all the way through this, because the hearing's coming up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, why weren't all these helicopters in the sky stopping the Taliban's fucking advance? You know?
Right. Crazy. And that whole thing about Bagram, leaving Bagram in the middle of the night and not even giving it to the Afghanis. Like, the Afghans were surprised that the Americans were gone from Bagram. They didn't even know. Oh, and then question why they didn't fight, huh? You know what I mean? They're just gone. Something's coming, guys. You know what I mean? It's fucking crazy. But yeah, the hearings are bound to happen. They're coming. You know what I mean? The questions are going to be asked. Here's something. Was one of the executive orders, one of those 90-day studies, was that on the exit of Afghanistan? Did he put himself in a 3-month hole as soon as he was put in the office? You know what I mean?
Yeah, we have to go back and look at that one. It's a good question. I can't recall if that was one of his 90-day studies or not.
I'm sure it was.
We studied for 90 days, we threw 10 million at it, and the best we came up with was just fucking leave, man.
Yeah. Airport's over there. Sharon says that one soldier who's resigning on 9/11 says he's about to drop a bunch of shit. I'm sure I think he's a lieutenant colonel too. He was like a no joke. He was a legit officer, and he resigned his commission, meaning he doesn't get a military pension. He resigned like his pay. He quit the military out of principle. Did you hear about this guy, Red?
No, I did not.
Yeah, he said that he's on a mission to bring accountability and clarity to the military, because they're, you know, this whole fucking debacle, that it's a failure in leadership, everything that happened. And he apparently has some receipts.
Well, I look forward to it.
And he said that something along the lines of he's going to bring the whole fucking thing down, because there's no reason for him to stop, because he's doing it for accountability for the leadership.
He's doing it for a payoff, because that's only one or two things are going to happen. He's either going to get paid off, or he's going to get a bag.
Get a visit?
Yes. So it would have been much better if he just gave us the fucking receipts instead of...
Right? I'm still waiting for the fucking McAfee tapes. Like,
yep.
we're waiting on plenty
Mueller
of dead
probe.
man switches already. Yeah. Fucking
Durham. There it is.
Fucking
Yeah,
Durham. Yeah, Sharon, I saw the video you posted in Discord. That was the next day after he blew the whistle, and then he posted a video, and then he actually resigned the other day and sent the letter. Resigning on 9/11 too. It's heavy shit. Yeah, just the fucking air that shit out, man. Receipts. Ain't no reason to get bagged if your receipts are in the air already. You know what I mean?
No, then they just put you in limbo like Assange.
Yeah, then they try to make the world think you're crazy. Yeah, man. I know.
What did we miss on the world when we were streaming?
I've been seeing those reports about Feinstein. Anything about her yet? I've been seeing reports on Twitter that Dianne Feinstein passed away, but I haven't seen any major news confirmation.
It's too late in the day for that to be real. AOC is calling on the Senate to reject Rahm Emanuel to serve as ambassador to Japan.
I mean, based just because Rahm Emanuel.
I think her reasoning, though, is the Laquan McDonald fucking murder. It's because of racism.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, Lori Lightfoot's the one that spent the money and solved it. It wasn't Rahm.
Joe Rogan tested positive for COVID, is about to make authoritarians big mad with his quick recovery regimen.
Did he really?
And throughout the night, hello, friends. So I got back from the road Saturday night, feeling very weary. I had a headache, and I just felt run down. And just to be cautious, I separated from my family, slept in a different part of the house. And throughout the night, I got fevers and sweats, and I knew what was going on. So I got up in the morning, got tested, and turns out I got COVID. So we immediately threw the kitchen sink at it. All kinds of meds, monoclonal antibodies, ivermectin, Z-Pak, prednisone, everything. And I also got an NAD drip and a vitamin drip, and I did
he got money.
3 days in a row. And so here we are on Wednesday, and I feel great. I really only had one bad day. Sunday sucked, but Monday was better. Tuesday felt better than Monday, and today I feel good. I actually feel pretty fucking good. That's the good news. The bad news is we have to move the Friday show in Nashville.
So he said the I word, the ivermectin.
Oh shit! Here we go. Here we fucking go, huh? Joe Rogan is a fucking anti-vaxxer. Arc starting now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just started very well. He did not say anything about the vaccine. He got like every single treatment that's talked about, all of them. He went out and got all that shit.
Motherfucker had IV drips for 3 days. That's what's up, though. He got money. You think he's going down?
Yeah, hell no.
Hell no.
He's got enough money to get at least half as many hearts as Rockefeller.
Yeah, that's wild. I didn't know that. Well, there you go, computer carnage.
Bank employee in River North stabbed. Did the gun stab him?
Fucking guns.
The gun must have stabbed the guy.
Guns are a real problem. They're stabbing people in Chicago now. Super problem. This is becoming real dangerous. All right, I'm going to throw the link up in the Discord again. If anybody out there wants to jump in the Discord, feel free. We post a lot of stories. Obviously, I'm a righty, so I'm going to post stories that are biased toward me. But feel free to add.
Yeah, I post stuff from all over the place. Anything that I fucking find interesting. Try to keep the memes coming as often
I do
as
read
I can.
like fucking 7/8 of the things that get posted in the Discord, the news stories and stuff. I read most of it. So feel free, throw some shit up in there. get active. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm glad that we got caught up on the last month of stuff. We're gonna definitely come back at you guys next week. Get back on our fucking schedule.
Yeah, for sure. Kevin says, I've been having a lot of issues with Discord. Have 2 accounts, and it's been a pain trying to get access. Yeah, that's weird. I know the phone app is kind of shitty. Might have to try and just sign in on a PC. I use my laptop, and I haven't had any problems really.
Shit, I really don't have any problems with the phone app either. I don't have any problems with it.
Really? Yeah, I don't know. Fucking send some feedback. Make Discord fix whatever the fuck the issue is. If it's on the phone, it could just be like an update, you know, if you're not using the current version. You know how that shit goes. Gotta keep up. We'll take one more perusal through Twitter real quick. If anybody wants to say anything, wants to talk about anything, or wants to ask anything, or jump on for a couple minutes.
We could talk about that Texas fucking abortion bill.
Oh yeah, heads are exploding today, for sure. So the Texas abortion bill now, it bans abortions after 6 weeks in the state of Texas.
And some people feel that it's gonna go up to the Supreme Court and precedent schmeshedent Roe v. Wade.
Yeah, it could. It definitely could. I think the Supreme Court kind of punted this one, and it is now law. You know what I mean? Now it's going to take a court action to rescind the law that passed instead of stop the proposed law. You know what I mean? Which in theory would be harder to do.
Yeah, I had my take pretty much was this is just more of the trend of, you know, the empire is falling fucking trend. It just seems like that this is gonna basically it can only lead to you know, a larger fucking welfare state. It's only going to lead towards Texas being turned blue and becoming a liberal state, because these kids are gonna fucking need liberal fucking programs. It's not a fucking, you know, the majority of these kids are not going to be going into fucking happy homes. If, you know, and I'm referring to the you know, the potentially aborted kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about people that are getting fucking married. I'm talking about, you know,
right, the people who would actually be affected by this.
And on the other side of that as well is, as Nancy Pelosi fucking says, my favorite fucking quote is, people are going to do what people are going to fucking do. This is just going to, you know, force people to fucking back alley fucking abortionists and, you know, shoving fucking coat hangers in themselves. You know, it's not the answer, in my opinion, in any way, fucking shape or form. And this is basically, we're fucking, you know, going backwards on a fucking issue. This is it. I spoke about this, about how the Republican Party needs to fucking join us in the 21st fucking century, and it just doesn't seem like they're willing to do that quite fucking yet. So we'll see if they're ever able to get their fucking heads out of their fucking asses and, you know, fight the real fucking fight that matters. Otherwise, they're gonna be gone with the wind, chasing ghosts.
Yeah, I mean, it's everything is so up in the air right now. I think that it's going to be interesting to see the way that this fucking plays out. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even really want to comment on it yet. You know what I mean? I want to see the heads explode for a good week or so before I really wrap my head around it.
I saw that I believe it was San Francisco is proposing a law to basically pay people not to shoot each other.
For real?
And I thought about this at first, my initial reaction was like, fuck, how do I get on that? And then I thought about, bringing that here to Illinois or to Chicago, where people are shooting each other like a motherfucker. And most of our politicians don't want us to be armed in any fucking shape, form, or fashion. I thought, well, this really, really fucking could work here and sort of does solve a fucking problem. You have a gun, and I know they want us to have fucking that bullshit gun insurance fucking as well, fucking insure your bullets, insure your fucking gun, whatever.
Yeah.
So just what if you're a concealed carry holder and you haven't put a round in anybody in a year? You get some fucking money. 2 years, you get a little bit more money. You get the incentive for not getting a body put on, a body, I guess, like what's it called, like hole punched onto your concealed carry card. Your little tally.
Yeah, I mean, seems solid to me. I'm down to talk about anything as far as guns. I mean, guns are actually listed in the Constitution, as opposed to like healthcare and abortion and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
It'll incentivize people to go ahead and get their guns legally and to be on the docket so that they can start accumulating their money for not shooting one another.
A roundabout way, it could work.
Is this a common sense gun law? Yeah, it could. Could it not? At first, I thought it was, oh man, California bullshit, and I was like, hey, wait a minute, I think I could make that work. That ain't a terrible idea.
The killers wouldn't even try registering their guns first.
Well, absolutely, for sure. I mean, felons and people that shouldn't have guns are gonna get guns, but at least, they're not the only ones that have guns. Sort of like Afghanistan right now.
Afghanistan got all the guns,
and Australia.
Not the people though.
Yeah.
Australia's fucked. I'm actually shocked at the way Australia's handling this shit.
Oh, I didn't even see the worst one that I saw. I think that was probably one of the videos that got deleted. They busted into somebody's fucking house and grabbed a fucking kid and fucking shot their ass up.
That's crazy.
It was like fucking ET, man. It was straight up ET shit. Come full hazmat suit, fucking. It's like, what are you doing to these fucking kids, man?
What are the odds that this Joe Rogan thing leads to an actual study of ivermectin now?
Fuck, he's got enough money to fucking fund it. So
yeah, right. Did you see this undisclosed? 3 hours ago, North Korea rejects offer of almost 3 million COVID-19 shots, requests the UN to relocate the shots to other nations.
Yes, we don't want them.
No, thank you. They've got God Emperor Kim to look after them all. They don't need no shots. There's something, all of these Australia videos that I keep seeing. It reminds me. I know I've talked about Michael Malice on here before, but one of the things he says all the time, like constantly, is that there's no law so obscene that the police would not be willing to enforce it, up to and including the mass execution of innocent children. All these videos of people letting dogs loose on other people, people choking out other people, all for simple, simple bullshit. Really, it seems like it's weird. I'm not made for this one.
Another video from Australia. A man was arrested for not wearing a mask in a park He's with his 3-year-old daughter.
Yeah, that was. I think that's one of the ones that Michael Malice just retweeted.
Yeah.
Jen in Kentucky said, might as well just go ahead and attempt to ban them all together, since a lot of women are just finding out they're pregnant around that time. At 6 weeks. Yeah, a lot of women don't find out till after 6 weeks. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously, everybody's different. I don't really want to get into that cycle. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I get you.
Joe Rogan says it number 2 trending right now. Joe Rogan, it's coming, and right underneath that is a COVID-19 fact check box. Ivermectin is not authorized for treatment of COVID-19 according to the CDC. Well, the CDC said.
Yeah, Jen in Kentucky said that first time that they've heard that argument, talking about your welfare state argument. The larger welfare state will eventually come from it, and more kids in the system, bunny ear system.
Absolutely.
Foster care, which comes with a whole separate world of issues. Don't agree with abortion, but don't agree with what happens with a lot of these kids.
Amen. That's my definitely. I mean, besides the fact of, we've already fucking established the fucking right to choose. It seems like the most logical fucking thing in this, to me. You want to talk about individual liberties, fucking all of that. That is what this is. That is what this issue is here. And
yeah, right to choose, basically, all the way across the board. That's the issue.
The right of somebody's body. Issues. Yeah, exactly. The government or somebody not telling somebody what they can do with their fucking body. That is this issue. And and the having a firsthand account of what happens with these fucking kids. It's I know, I definitely know where the fuck this goes. And Texas is shooting itself in the fucking foot. Big time.
Yeah.
Holding on to fucking old fucking principles,
We won't know for what, 15, 20 years? I don't know.
California will be fucking a dust bowl, and Texas is soon to follow. And then they'll just fucking they'll colonize or refugee the next fucking state, and so on and so forth.
It's like you guys don't have to be like the polar opposite of California. just don't follow in their footsteps. It's pretty easy. Like the Cardinal of Texas is going to be the supreme leader.
Jerry Jones.
Yeah, right. Jerry Jones makes all the decisions in Texas. All of them. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, like you guys are saying in the chat that you might as well just ban it, period. And like, don't get it twisted. That's exactly what those people, bunny ears and all that. It's exactly what they want, is to get rid of it completely. This is what do they call it? The illusion of choice.
Mm-hmm. They like that one. They certainly do like that one.
Right.
I see the illusion of choice
tell
every
me
4
I can-
years.
Just tell me I can change things. Like, I don't really need to be able to. Just tell me that I can.
Last time I didn't see illusion of choice was Dr. Ron Paul, 2008.
The revolution.
Mm-hmm.
It's true, man.
Since
It's
then,
crazy.
there's been no choice. It's literally the same guy.
Carbon copy. Just put a red or a blue tie on him. besides Orange Man, who is just an anomaly all to himself?
Nah, I won't go that far. He like
Blue blood in the red tie.
he advanced fucking. I mean, he was used. I mean, whether or not he was fucking his level of complicity is still unknown. But either way, he fucking allowed himself to fucking be used by these motherfuckers, and everything that he did is all fucking up in the air and fucking washed. He advanced the globalist agenda faster than fucking Hillary could. We got here so fast in 227 days because of him. We couldn't have got this far in 4 years of fucking Hillary. As far as we are in 7 fucking months of Biden.
Yeah. It's like it's fucked up. I don't even want to compare it to anything right now.
I said it, and I said it from the fucking jump. I always say you don't get to the White House without being fucking bought and paid for. He might have not been getting the money, but he certainly fucking
everybody else around him was bought just the same.
Exactly. And he did everything. He did what he was supposed to fucking do. Everything went according to plan, as it always does for these fucking people. They're fucking $1 trillion fucking prediction engines and fucking AIs often get it right, or they just have a scenario for everything. So no matter what.
McConnell today came out and said that there will be no impeachment of Joe Biden.
Oh yeah, no shit. They're gonna 25th his ass. We've known this.
Right. We still need midterms out of him. They're just praying that he makes it to the midterms. That's it. Piece of cake.
Some fucking there's a viaduct with some homeless people sleeping under it, and somebody wrote "Abolish landlords and homelessness" outside of his tent. I'm not sure.
What do you think about the moratorium ending? They just ended that eviction moratorium too.
Yeah, it's about time. Get back to work. Start paying your bills. Buy some land. Pay your bills.
Are the people that didn't pay their rent for the last 18 months really surprised by this? Like, is this a shock to anybody that hasn't been paying their rent?
Oh, I would assume so, because the kind of people that don't fucking pay their rent are, are often victims, I guess, constantly victimized.
But the piper always comes with his hand out eventually, you know what I mean? Or you move along.
Joe is just going to keep sending me checks. That's why we voted for him.
Come on, man.
The adults are back.
It's only been 206.
We was going to get reparations and shit.
It's crazy. It's literally crazy to me that people didn't see this coming down the pipe. You know what I mean? If you aren't paying your fucking rent, then you better be saving money or improving your credit report so that when you do have this fucking, eviction on your record, that it looks good enough to still be able to cover the earning to debt ratio. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think most of the people not paying their rent probably are, dealing with a couple fucking bankruptcies. I don't think they're too fucking concerned about it.
Yeah.
I don't think that, if you haven't been paying your rent for as long as fucking, some people fucking haven't been, it's
Piper's here.
There's nobody to blame. I mean? Nobody to blame but yourself. And I hope this country never gets to a fucking point where that type of shit is rewarded and is okay, and stagnation is the norm.
Yeah, that's rolling right back into what you just said, man. That the globalist agenda has been forwarded so far in a short amount of time that people are legitimately expecting that now. You know what I mean? like, I don't know, daddy government gonna pay my rent forever.
Govern me harder, daddy.
Red April Dawn says life vacation is over. Back to work. Legit. There was a new strain too that I heard about out of South Africa, I believe.
What do their
Supposedly
vaccination numbers
resistant.
look like?
Not very good. I mean,
Not in South Africa? Are you sure?
let me look. I forgot what
I
it's
would-
called. The Lima strain.
I would think South Africa might have been quite jab curious.
Let me search it. It just came out today here.
Just a little jab curious.
The Mu. COVID-19 news. The World Health Organization monitoring Mu variant in Colombia and Ecuador. So it was South Africa scientists monitoring new COVID-19 variant.
Oh shit! It's
But
South
apparently,
they've given out like 9 million jabs.
what's a lot of
9
jabs?
million are fully vaccinated.
So it was found in South Africa, but 9 minutes ago. Here, I'll just post it in the Discord.
All right.
It's
No,
here.
yeah.
It's here.
So 9 million people received at least one dose. 6 million are fully vaccinated.
6 million. It's still a lot. What's their population?
Yeah, no, that's a lot. Now the new. Let's see. Updated 2 days ago. 12.6 million total doses given. 10% fully vaccinated.
Yeah, 10%. That's horrible. We're at like 60%. There, I just
Yeah,
posted
shit.
the Mu variant in news in the Chords View Plugs Discord. If anybody wants to check it out, it is in Colombia and Ecuador. And I wonder where the people from those countries are going, or who's passing through those countries, where they're
Yeah.
going. You know what I mean?
Either way, yeah, either way. Well, we'll know in a few weeks.
Yeah, apparently this variant is vaccine resistant, like the Lambda that never made it up here because it was kind of landlocked.
Like the murder hornets.
Yep, exactly. Do you think I could keep a murder hornet as a pet?
If you can catch one.
I mean, like, people keep venomous snakes and shit as pets. Why not a murder
Yeah.
hornet? Is it too much to ask for a little equity in our dangerous species as pets list?
Shit, maybe I'll start my own collection. I'll get that Asian carp. I'll get the Asian beetle.
Yeah, the Asian tree beetle.
Yeah.
Just keep all the invasive species as pets.
I'm just holding this for when Z Z comes knocking. Say,
Yeah.
hey man, I got some of your shit here.
I'm
Once
just
it gets
keeping
some-
these ones fresh so that you could tell the difference between the variants later on. You know
Like,
what
oh
I'm
shit,
saying?
you're here already? Shit's gonna start falling out the sky soon.
Oh man. Cool. Well, yeah, man. I think that about wraps it up for the news. I don't know if you want to spend more time online or you want to start getting ready for work and shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find something to eat and relax a little bit.
But yeah, I'm definitely down to stream again soon. I wanted to cover Biden's speeches over the last couple of days. The command, the commander that was in charge of the evacuations, his press, a lot of press briefings over the last couple of days that are very interesting and very they say a lot more than the words that they're actually using if you break them down, you know. So I was interested in maybe going over that sometime. Maybe tomorrow or Friday if you're free.
Yeah. Friday I might be setting up for these North Coast afters, but yeah, we could try for tomorrow.
Cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. I know Jen Psaki's been getting blistered all week. Can't keep a fucking story straight in that big old White House.
Too many circles.
Too many circles. Not enough info to circle back on. Let me see
Definitely.
here.
I got a good story for us to fucking end on. A happy note for everybody. Some good news. The Federal Trade Commission is investigating why McDonald's ice cream machines are always broken. I am not
That is
fucking
good
kidding.
news, dude. That's literally good news. I'll tell you why. Because they're fucking. It takes a long time to clean them, and once you clean them, they're done. If you clean them at 6, you don't close till 8. Guess what? They're broke for 2 hours. That's how that shit goes. I don't care what anybody says.
The report says McDonald's franchise owners have complained about how complicated the machines are and that fixing them when they break is hard. The Federal Trade Commission wants to learn how suppliers and equipment are reviewed and whether or not restaurant owners are allowed to work on the machines in their own stores. Oh, no shit. So when they're broke, they can't do nothing. They can't fucking try to fix it. They can't hire somebody. That makes sense. Basically, McDonald's says, we'll send a guy.
And then whenever they show up, they
touch our
show up.
shit. Yeah. That does make sense. Well, hopefully they get the fucking bottom of that. McFlurries for everybody.
It makes
Hopefully
more
not
sense.
just the vaccinated.
I'm gonna have to tell my girlfriend about that one because we've had this conversation in the past about the shake machines at McDonald's being broken constantly forever.
Yeah. That makes sense. Finally getting to the fucking bottom of it, man. We millennials fucking growing up, and we're gonna solve this shit. Don't worry.
Did you hear that, babe? That the FTC is doing an investigation on why McDonald's shake machines are always broken. Yeah, the egg sleuths. Did you hear about that shit, Red? In Chicago, that there's a van that's got graffiti all over it that apparently was throwing eggs at people all over the city, and it inspired these internet sleuths to, yeah, they made a website. Yeah, they did some internet sleuthing and found out where the van was registered to. Like, don't worry about people actually getting shot, but let's catch the guy driving around throwing eggs at people.
I did not hear about that at all. Yeah, and that exactly fucking sums it up.
Isn't it just like par for the course for this fucking crazy upside down city?
It absolutely is. I'm not going anywhere near over there. Are you crazy? we traced that van to Schaumburg. It was safe.
Right? Yeah, license plate comes up Schaumburg. Let's go get him. This is good money. He's gonna pay 10% to get out of jail tonight.
Are you eating?
All right, y'all. Well, that about wraps it up. We like we said, we might be back tomorrow. So stay.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow. Definitely next week. Thanks for joining us. Definitely fucking miss doing this for the month, but just been busy.
Just remember out there, stay positive.
And if you're listening to this broadcast, you are the Resistance. Catch you later.